Alright, everyone, welcome back to the Seas of Hysteria. This is episode 10. If you're watching us on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We do this almost every Sunday on Twitch and then upload around Monday. DM, please take it away for the recap.
All right. So first, I'm going to apologize that it has been a while, but we've had some things come up. With that being said, a lot of what has went on past sessions eluded us a little bit, and we had a little preparatory discussion to try to sort all that out. We came to the conclusion. It was a lot of RP last time. Not Drake. Calvin, you finished up your date with Lily, and you guys ended up back at the warehouse where you guys took on a hill giant, and that kind of ended, and you picked up where that had left off. You guys kind of went back, and then I think Bella and Seiman ended up coming in. Well, okay, hold up, let me stop. So first you guys met a fella named Jeremy in the streets. He was part of the actual Royal Guard, kind of the army that was moving from the west, heading down towards where you guys were, and he kind of let you guys know, look, no point in heading up there. They've kind of lit the farms and stuff on fire and kind of pushed everything out. There's nothing there. With that being said, you guys had just finished up with the hill giant. You guys were back at the inn kind of resting and finishing up with that, waking up fresh. That's when you guys met Bella and Seiman. Calvin finished up your pistol, I do believe. You and Lincoln kind of were working on that the whole day, polishing, fixing, and working on that. I do believe Varian, you used your item and you summoned out your first fine steed. However, it's a little bit modified. Kind of like a find lion is what's happening. Let's see what else happened. You also kind of brushed up with Lincoln Jr., and you kind of brought that to everyone, if I'm not mistaken, Calvin, or was that still just your knowledge?
No, I brought it up to everyone's attention, and
Okay.
they all seem to be on board-ish.
Okay. So you all kind of did that, and then later on, Carter, you were going to give up your resignation to Seiman, in which he replied simply with, hold on to this, let us kind of say what we want to say first, in which they gave you guys a proposition, like, hey, we're contractors for the King and Queen, we're not really part of the Guard. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, and, there's profits and things to be made elsewhere. Basically offering you guys a chance to get on the ship and bounce, head on out. Carter, I think, was a little hesitant, still wanting to just resign. But at the same time, he kind of sees this as a ship to get away for now, do what he needs to do. But you guys are all sort of still on the iffy side of things. So we're going to kind of start off today, since it has been a while. We're going to kind of jump back into some of that stuff just to refresh everyone's memories and refresh my own memory for that. But yeah, the night kind of concluded. Lily and Calvin ended up staying the night for the first time. Hobbs outside scratching on the door, Carter and Varian falling asleep in their respected room. But yeah, as the morning comes to, Calvin, give me just a constitution check, please.
All right. Con check.
Okay. So, with that, the sun starts rising, at about 7 here. So the sun would start coming up. Calvin, it'd be coming through your window first. You're still asleep. Carter, I know you're not a light sleeper. That's why I didn't even have you roll the check. I figure you and Varian are going to be the first two to be getting up.
Well, I'm going to be getting up, but I do have just a crushing headache right now.
You can... let me see. You two can give me just a general perception check. And if you still have the headache from being drunk, you can give it at disadvantage. Varian, you were the only one who didn't drink, right?
Excellent.
I
don't think you had a lot. Regardless.
He drank, but it was through
Not
one
as
of those.
much as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, not as much.
It was
And
mostly the lion that did the drinking for me.
He definitely drank through a crazy straw as well, if you remember.
He did. He had the crazy straw.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. You guys had the bar and everything. It's all coming back slowly. So yeah.
Last night, I don't remember anything.
Who the fuck? DM was even drunk. No. At about 6 in the morning, before the sun's even coming up, Varian, with your light sleeping perception, you do hear light steps going down the stairs in the early morning. You get the suspicion it's not Calvin taking those light steps down. It's not the cat. Lily probably left very early in the morning. So now we can jump forward to unless you want to talk to her, we can jump forward to y'all waking up.
I think I'll just let her leave.
All right. So now we will jump to you guys kind of getting up. Light knock at the door at 7. Kind of saying, I can't remember what the dad's voice was, but anyways, actually, it wouldn't be the dad; it'd be the son rapping on the door. Right, y'all. Breakfast will be downstairs, and we should be getting our legs on if we're going to be moving today, right? Knocking on Calvin's door, and we have business to discuss. Oh, I can't even say discuss. Discuss. As you hear him going down the stairs running. And Calvin hears the lights scratching and meowing on the door as Hobbs is hungry again.
I trample my way over there. Probably there's a bed sheet or something on the floor. I kind of probably fall on my face.
Give
I
me
open
just
up the
a...
door.
As you're getting up, give me a perception check, too.
Perception. All right. And I get a 1d4 after. So 12, and then...
12's enough. As you're getting up, since you mentioned the blanket and stuff on the floor, there is a letter that was on the end of the bed that you would have found as you're getting up and making your way to the door, and I'll DM you that in a little bit.
All right. So I open up the door for Hobbs. I'm still pantless.
Give me a sec. Oh, perfect. Look at this. As you're opening the door, you look down. Hobbs looking up at you, almost more forgiving than he was yesterday, because yesterday he was pretty ticked off at you, not giving him enough time. But sitting in front of you, he has a mouse that he is presenting to you as a present, as an apology for being grumpy and not really giving you too much attention yesterday.
Oh, thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
Just drops a dead mouse on the floor, walks over to the door and out onto the top porch. As the door is opening, you're smelling eggs, bacon, meats, all kinds of coffee, things like that coming from upstairs, the normal stuff.
I throw on my jacket or trench coat, whatever the heck it is. And I walk out.
All right. Oh, I can put what's his name's token up there too. But yeah, jumping to the other two, Calvin's feeding Hobbs. What are y'all two doing in this morning? As I'm whispering, Calvin.
Oh, I'm a little slower than I usually am to get up, but it is important to remain consistent, so I do my full morning routine. Check over my equipment, my sword, my pistol, make sure I've got all the mechanics and stuff I need for my turret. Do a couple of morning exercises before putting myself together and heading out to see if I can find something to eat. I do hold my forehead considerably more often than I otherwise would.
That last little lily there should have been attached to what I sent you, Calvin. That's her signature. I don't know why it didn't go, but yes. So yeah, you're holding your head, got a headache. You look over, you see Varian still kind of laying on the bed. Lion still propped up there too. Flames still heavily active, but not leaving any burns or anything on the bed. And Varian's looking very toasty inside his armor, sleeping next to it.
How
Very
does Calvin
toasty
wake up
indeed.
like this every morning?
You probably, well, definitely with the 20, Varian, you would have heard Calvin getting up and heading out that way too.
Alright. Well, I guess since Carter is getting up, Varian's just gonna get up, pat the line on the head, and walk outside.
Heading out. You see Calvin out there. Lincoln's kind of sitting out there. Where's the other guys at? I'm just gonna grab all the tokens and bring them all up there. Except for Lincoln Sr. He doesn't deserve it. I guess they all kind of would have been here, huh?
Yeah, and I'm still without pants on.
Same as always.
Same as always.
All right.
Turns out I'm one of the last ones to arrive.
Yeah, move y'all's tokens wherever you want. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But for story's sake, yeah, Varian, oh my, Carter, what the? Okay, there he is. I was like, where'd Carter go? Got it. All right, so Varian and Carter, you two come walking out. You see Seiman, Bella are already kind of sitting out there, looking over the edge, maybe drinking coffee. Lincoln's kind of sitting there with, where is? Oh, he's right next to Calvin. Lincoln's there, kind of talking with Calvin to the side, as everyone kind of looks at you. Seiman kind of looks up. Well, good morning to everybody. Everyone get a good
Morning.
night's sleep.
I don't remember.
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
It's probably fine.
There's one of those silver pots of coffee on the front of the table for everyone. Well, I recommend drinking up, and looks at Carter specifically. Sobering up, maybe a shower's what's the word I'm looking for? A shower's due for a few of you. And Bella looks down towards Calvin, and pants. Kind of looks around, Seiman does. Down at the streets, at the passersby, making sure he's kind of not being listened to, things like that. Looks over towards Lincoln. Where's your father at? And Lincoln kind of looks down. He went down to the ships early this morning. You know, the shipment's being put out. I think you guys have one more cart coming down sometime within the hour, and once that's loaded, I think it should be ready to go.
I assume
Seiman.
Jeremy went with him, or
Jeremy's not here yet. He wouldn't have been staying here. He's saying goodbye to his people still with the Royal Guard. He's still got to kind of sneak out of there, so
okay.
I'm going to do some rolls on him for a minute.
I wasn't sure if he joined us or not.
He did, but at the same time, he's kind of with them, so I got to see what I'm going to do with it. But
No,
yes.
I meant if he joined us for the night, because I thought he moved his
for the
stuff
night?
here. But yeah,
Did he?
but if not, then I
can
vaguely
double-check.
remember it. But again, Carter was very drunk last night.
I'll tell you what. So I was going to say a 5 or below. He went back to say goodbye.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Makes sense.
He went back to say bye to his people, and then I'll let you guys know what happens with that. But yeah, Seiman kind of looks around. Or wait a second. No, I remember now. Okay. Yeah, because Bella and I think Seiman were also trying to talk to him because they were saying like, "Oh, you're the leader of this all," but yeah, she's the leader of the contracted people. He's still part of the Royal Guard itself. Alrighty. Where were we? Oh, Seiman looks down towards Lincoln and towards you there, Calvin. Well, have you two thought of any way you're going to try to get him on?
Lincoln, do you have any clothes that are fully done yet?
Clothes that are fully done, what do you mean?
For your Lily line.
Oh, for the clothing brand? Well, I mean, I've only really been working on your weapon and holster for the last evening. Kind of a rush order on that. Remember, we really haven't started on the line yet.
Well, if we can actually have you inside of an export of clothing.
Carlton, so if you could try talking.
No. Whoever talks to their father, come on.
Fair enough.
You hear Seiman just kind of give like a gruff laugh. The man's not letting his son go anywhere. And Lincoln kind of looks down. Well, we're going to figure it out. We'll get out of here. Calvin's got all kinds of good plans. This box idea with the clothes doesn't sound too bad. He looks over at you, Calvin. Oh,
Except the fact that your father's literally in charge of inspecting the cargo.
I'll just
said
say
we
it's
got-
I'll say it's all my stuff that I just bought from Lincoln.
Fair.
Oh, so like Lincoln kind of looks around. Like you guys all put all of your stuff into one larger.
Yes.
Aha.
Maybe it's all the pants that I've lost over the time, and I finally reclaimed them all. I don't know.
Well, it might work, but if we use clothes from Father's store, he's gonna know exactly whose it is. So you might have to find some spare clothes or something, like a thrift store or something, maybe. It might work. We'd have to find a bigger box too, big enough box.
We don't even need the clothes in there. We just have to say there's clothes inside. I usually wear the same thing almost every single day. Except for pants.
Oh, you're saying just bypass the stock, and this is just personal carry-on stuff.
Yes. Definitely my personal carry-on.
I think that might. He looks over at Simon. Simon's just drinking his coffee, shaking his head. Looks at Calvin. I'm gonna go grab a lock.
Maybe they're
When the
all
shipment-
cat outfits. Hobbs does like wearing his own little outfits every single day.
Whenever y'all are finished, kind of with y'all's talk, which you're gonna be doing, meet me down in the barn, and maybe I'll grab a lock and prep a box. He kind of looks towards everyone. Bring all your personables too. Maybe it'd be smarter to have like 3 boxes and label each of them, and I'll just get inside one, and you two maybe combine your stuff into the other 2 and sort it out later.
Maybe.
I look at like my one traveling bag. Gonna be an interesting box. I'm going to go and freshen up. If you've got boxes spare, then maybe I'll toss something in.
He looks over towards Varian specifically. I mean, I can make it worth your while if you're willing to help.
I'll see what I can do.
You're gonna be a tough one. He gets a little giddy, gives a wink towards Varian there, and starts hustling off towards the what's the word I'm looking for? Not hurdling. Running. He goes running
Hustle.
off to the barn
Hustle.
area.
Yeah.
All right, leaving the rest of you here. Simon's gonna move between you and Bella there.
I'm probably gonna finish up my breakfast and head off to get myself like a shower or something.
Well, before you do go and shower, it might be wise to plan out the day. It sounds like one of you, at least, looking over at Calvin, needs to go buy some thrift clothes or something. Wait, was that the plan the little booger had? I don't even remember now.
I think I'm supposed to be buying a few pairs of pants.
That would be good.
I will say this: it does get cold on the sea as the wind whips, and
That should take all day.
it wouldn't be too much of a. Have you guys, out of character, have you guys bought cold weather clothes yet?
No.
Nope.
No.
It wouldn't be too bad of an idea to grab some cold weather armaments either. It does get cold on the waters, and there are some areas in the southern mountains that get a little cold as well. As far as caravan, where we'll be heading to for the first drop, it's warm there this time of year, but like I said, if we have to do any more transportation up towards the mountains and things like that, it does get a little cold, so it's better to buy here before you lose your, he looks at you all and kind of pulls out his little card, your memberships.
Calvin looks down.
Yes.
Well, he's still here.
Oh, you still have the card?
Oh, he thought he was talking about something else.
Oh, membership, not your Calvin, I swear.
I thought you were trying to be sly, Simon.
Not on business days. He kind of walks up to the table and looks over at you all. Carter and Varian, I feel like I didn't, well, he looks at Varian. I feel like I convinced you more so than you, Carter.
I have been known to be very stubborn. Runs in the family.
You all have seen the register, the price logs of the stuff being shipped out of here, haven't you not?
A
Oh.
little bit.
My brother says you've seen them at least.
I believe so. Possibly.
He kind of looks over towards Bella, back towards you all. What if I told you I knew the buyer directly? I could set us up with a good bit of money when we landed over there.
Money's always helpful.
We could easily do the drop and the shipment as intended, and then continue on our ways once we get there. However, we could also set ourselves up with quite a bit of money, and we just wouldn't be able to come back to Olympia for a while, if ever. And two, we'd have to be a little bit more careful on the seas after doing such a deal.
I'd rather not alienate my home nation, but
Well, it wouldn't so much be the nation. As far as we're concerned and we know, other than the actual capital city itself, most of the people don't really care too much for the king and queen or crown. So it'd be more so just taking a stance against the throne.
I see.
Places like, let me look at my map. I'm going to give you guys some backstory. Alright, so Simon's going to continue on. So, like, places like Windhorn, I mean, look what the Royals just did to the city. They burned it down, and that was their farms, that was their textiles. And then there's the swamps down in the southern colonies, where the hill giants roam, and Olympia doesn't really go too much down there, but when they do, it's more so to kill. And you have people like the BBC trying to get them out and get them back to the southern continent. And then there's Briarstone, run by a sheriff. Olympia doesn't really have a foothold in the city, and the BBC itself, which is a little criminal organization. So honestly, other than the army, what does Olympia really have that you're not willing to lose?
They're cinnamon buns.
That's a good point.
They are pretty good.
Besides the bakery, Calvin.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least a little interested.
I'll give you this, you can think on it. Like I said, we're not for nor against it, but, I mean, Bella and I have put in a lot of work here, and you think we're getting paid tons of money to be doing the work that we were doing?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely not.
A little retirement's not bad for us two older folk, right? So think about it, and try to keep straight faces when we're sitting down in front of Lincoln Sr., knowing that we might be taking all of his shit.
What
Simon
other
kind of stands
faces?
up. Do what?
What, you think I'd make funny faces at the man? He doesn't look like he has a sense of humor.
Let's just say he's more of a man that knows, I don't know, he can just sense when things are going to go wrong, I guess. Like some kind of a man with, like, spider senses or something, I don't know. But anyways...
Now you're inflicting paranoia on yourself.
No, I
that's
didn't...
exactly the kind of thing that he senses.
Well, I figured I'd let you guys know that Bella and I am also planning something like this, so that any other transgressions you all might be feeling against the throne are kind of wiped out, and you're more... It's easier for you to walk onto a ship being scared of this one thing than, you know, leaving the military and when the whole army's basically here right now. It's just a lot of stuff we're about to do.
Right, I have a headache, and I need a shower. I'm going to go and do that now.
Right. The bathrooms are there. I'm trying to see where the showers are. I think I named them.
And I
I might
smell.
head down to like a nice bathhouse or something.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there's one of those down by the church.
Yeah,
If you're going to
I'll
like a
head down that way.
bathhouse, for just a normal visit is a silver. If you want like a really nice extended like hour long, about 5
Oh,
silver.
we don't have time for that.
And I'll go join Carter because I smell like last night in Nevers.
All right, well, we're gonna head down there with Lincoln.
We'll catch up with you.
All right then. All right. You all head to do showers, things like that. What about you, Varian? What you gonna be up to while they're showering?
Guess I'll just follow my boys and do the same thing.
All right. You
Bath
guys
for the
head down
boys?
to the bath for the boys. You guys head down to the bathhouse. Early in the morning. It's what is it? Weekend's over. So this is probably like a Monday. Not a lot of people in there. You guys are probably some of the first people in there. Nice steam coming from the back room. When you go back, they have like bubbling tubs, like hot tubs, but it's more so just really heated water with a magical effect that makes the bubbling happen. It's more meant for like relaxation and soothing, more so, and it gives it like the it gives off the illusion that it's hot, but it's more so like bath water warm. They also have like really nice like rainforest showers, I think they're called, those ones that just drop water down. And then they also have things like steam rooms and stuff like that. Massages, whatever you kind of want. To an extent, Calvin.
Oh, just a
Hmm.
shower, freshen up a bit, and skedaddle.
Just a copper for just standard shower, shave, things like that, bathroom use.
Yeah.
And that is what I will do.
All right. So you guys get showered up. Sun's nice and high now. Calvin, give me just a... you don't need that. You find like a town map. Let me take you guys to the town map. I don't know where it is. There it is. Let's find you guys a thrift store. Did we mark the bathhouse yet?
I believe so.
I think we've been there before.
You did 4.
I think we're on it right now.
Oh, snap. You guys are there. You guys would go to the bathhouse every day. All right, so en route to that, there's actually a like sign, because that's one of the main roads there, right around in here. You'd find like a sign that shows you where like just general stores, things like that, thrift stores, clothing shops. If you do want to stop in a thrift store and buy some random pants and things like that, we'll say this building here is like just a general clothing store. So we can put a 7 on that. And that'll be a clothing store. What exactly were you looking for? Just pants in general?
Yeah, exactly. It make it very believable because obviously, I go through pants
You are.
like water.
Yep. All right, so let me find me a tech. Got it pulled up. Why is that wrong? Yeah, so browsing around, you find like some nice cloth pants. Denim's not a thing back then. Nothing leather, but like a lot of heavy wools, cloths, cottons. Nothing synthetic. It's all like nice, heavily made stuff. However, there is some nice wear and tear on it. Not too rough, but like the knees are starting to wear down a little bit. It looks worn before, things like that might pass off as this stuff isn't brand new. It's been in your trunk. Yeah. If you want to buy some stuff like that, we'll call it, I don't know, a silver, and we'll get you like 10 pairs of pants and some shirts and things like that.
Heck yeah.
Maybe even a pair of shoes.
Calvin has
and
a
then
nice pair of boots.
Also, while you guys are there, if you want to pick up cold weather gear, let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably do
Wanna
that.
get some insulating stuff I can wear underneath the armor.
Specifically, any kind of rain and sea spray resistant, waterproof preferably.
You should be able to drag it in with SRD. It is 10 gold. You get heavy fur coat or cloak over layers of wool clothing, as well as fur-lined hat or hood, goggles, fur-lined leather boots, and gloves. As long as cold weather clothing remains dry, the wearer automatically succeeds on saving throws against the effects of extreme cold.
I'd say it's the part of the remaining dry that I have a problem with. Like, I need rain gear.
Let me see if they got that too. Let's see what we got. Oh, what's a rain catcher?
Catch rain. For a
5
rain
foot square. Yeah, it is. It's basically to catch rain. Okay.
Only for water.
Oh, a poncho. It's
So
not much.
more of a coat.
We will. It says it's 8 gold for a poncho is a blanket or item. Blah 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 blah. Wear dry. What kind of coat specifically are you looking for? And I'll see what we can come up with here.
Just like a raincoat specifically, like the kind of thing that it doesn't restrict arm movement and stuff. I don't want something over my arms in case I need to be pulling ropes and things.
They'd probably be like more like slickers back then. Maybe just like overcoats or like Jack the Ripper style, like those just over raincoats.
Yeah, that kind of
Kind of
thing.
like what Calvin wears already.
Yeah, something like that.
I just need something water resistant so it doesn't get soaked through.
Yeah, we'll
You'll
say
have
with
to
enough
go with
looking.
leather. Leather
Give me a-
will help.
Give me a. Well, if you're gonna ask for help, I won't ask for you to roll anything, but
Oh yeah,
yeah, if you're gonna ask for help, because I know you're the kind of person that would, you can find a nice not like light brown leather, but like more of a darker brown leather in color. Overcoat, raincoat looking like thing, not black, but definitely like a darker color, and you know that when the water hits it, it's gonna look even more dark, almost closer to black. But something like that, for like 2 gold pieces. Very nice looking craft, very well made, hand stitched by the woman in the store.
perfect. Then that is exactly what I'm looking for.
And that can be for the other ones of you guys as well, but if you want a different color.
Well, I already got
Yes,
my raincoat, technically, because...
It's true.
But
Let
for
me do.
cold weather, is there a big, long fur coat? And possibly a matching hat with it?
So this place is like a general store mixed with like a, what do they call them? Like a donation, salvage army, goodwill type store. What the hell? Reconsignment shop. So you can definitely find some gaudy looking furs in here if you're wanting to look for them.
Oh, yes. I'm definitely going for the long fur coat with possible hat that matches.
You're looking for a pimp suit, huh?
More or less, yes.
Give me so they're not going to help you find things that are consignment. So you can give me an investigation check for it or perception, your call.
Oh, perception. With a 1d4. 14.
14. You don't find anything like really fine, but you find like a nice bear skin coat. More so rugged than the fashion that you're looking for. But as far as furs, you're finding more so like leather, not leather, cowhide, and more so bear and stuff you'd find in the woods there, more so than exotic. The woman would probably tell you too, if you're looking for fine furs and stuff like that, it's something that can be ordered, but it's just nothing we have in today. You can order mink or fox or any kind of rare animals like slag, anything.
Seal's good.
Seal, hey. She just kind of looks over at you. No baby seal clapping.
Oh, we have a club here.
No. Kind of looks at you all. Takes the money from you there. Not Varian. Oh my gosh, Carter, and looks at you. Are you gonna buy the furs or not?
I'll take
I
something
mean-
simple.
You've already got yours. She's talking to Calvin now. Looking at Calvin. Sorry.
I kind of
No, I'll
want the
also
most.
get some cold leather gear.
I'd like the most extravagant one that you have.
The best one would probably be like a bear, and it's got like the bear head still on it, like as a cover up over your head and thing. That'd probably. It's just it's not well made, but I mean it's a bear skin. As far as if you want to order something out, what would you be looking to order?
Pretty much a pimp suit. Oh, well,
Pimp suit.
I just saw one from American Gangster. You know the chinchilla suit that the guy had.
Oh my gosh.
It looks so comfortable.
I'm just gonna let it be known that you want to start a clothing business with what's his name, but now you're trying to get this lady to make you a chinchilla suit
Yes.
instead of Lincoln. Okay.
I mean, I could get Lincoln to do it, but
Oh no. Let me see something.
do you at least have chinchillas in here?
One sec. I'm looking up the price of something real quick. They have a fine furs cost sheet. Oh, this is so Pathfinder. So you're looking for chinchilla. That's going to be kind of rare. It's probably going to be like 15 gold per square foot.
Fantastic.
How tall are you?
Around 6 foot.
6 foot. So we're going to say
You'd want like 5'4", 5'6".
yeah, but you're going to want it.
Plus hat.
You're going to want it like 6 foot tall by 6 foot wide.
You don't want a dragon on the floor though.
No, but you need the extra cloth to be able to fold into each other.
Sure.
Because you're not going to have fur on both sides, but you're going to need you're probably going to need 5 foot by 5 foot probably. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah.
Decent
What,
chunk of
15?
change.
So how much we looking at?
375.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Sold.
Oh jeez.
I
She kind of looks at you.
okay.
All right. Well, where do you want it shipped to? Starts pulling out like paperwork and getting all the information and stuff together.
would like it to be shipped to... What is our ship called?
Y'all haven't been there yet.
Oh.
Well, we're leaving today on a ship.
Okay, well, how about before you head off, you stop back in here and you give me the address of where you'll be, and it'll be shipped there for you in about it's about a week of travel to get there, and then probably a week to it's probably gonna be 2 weeks or so.
I don't know if where we'll actually be. Guys, do you know where we'll actually be or no?
Assuming
I came down
caravan.
south.
We could say caravan.
You could also just let me get the ship's name, and we can always leave it at at one of the post offices at one of the docks whenever you go through. We could leave it here at the shipping yard here. If you guys do come back through the area, even if you're not stopping, you'd be able to stop in the shipping yard and pick it up.
But what
If
we
that is
have
interesting to you.
It does sound interesting. However, I just don't know what the plans are.
Well, how about this? Since you're not making a rush decision on very exquisite chinchilla furs, get your situation together with your. She kind of looks around at all of you. I figured, looking at Varian specifically, figured you were the boss, but whenever you guys speak with your boss, I'm assuming you have another one, and figure out what you're doing. Come back and maybe we'll go from there. In the meantime, you want 375 worth of chinchilla fur for the coat and the hat, and she has all the documentation all written up. Just figure out with all that, and if you still want it when you come back, just sign right here, and we'll handle the gold transfer.
I just write my name and then plop down the gold.
All that, and then as soon as you get back, just let me know. Either leave it at the docks, or I can leave it at wherever you're staying at here. If you're extended staying here, just whenever you get back, just let me know.
We do stay at the Broken Compass right now, but I wouldn't say there because we.
Oh, with Lincoln. Okay.
Yes.
He can always ship it out to wherever you're going to be too, if you're in good standings with him.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know when we'll be here next. We might be at Caravan or somewhere else. I'm unsure.
Oh,
I think maybe we should ask. Claire, we do not have all the information right now.
like I said, it's up to you all. Whenever you get the information, you can just head back, and I'll have it wherever you guys are going to be at.
Fantastic.
I promise it won't be like a bag of holding that just never gets to the person that buys it or something.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Out of character, this happened once.
Yes.
Love you, Hale. Anyways. So yeah, you guys kind of talk with her a little bit. Were you guys wanting to do any other general good shopping before you get out of here? Also, all your cold weather gear, I'm sorry, it should have been 9 gold, not 10, because you get the 10% discount for the card thing. So you can put 1 gold back for your stuffs.
I wasn't going to use the card.
No, or that. All right. Unless you don't want to use the card, fine. So yeah, you guys kind of finish up there. If there's anything else you want to look at, you can, or you can head back. Your call.
I suppose the only other thing would be getting, since we're going to be on a ship a long time, we might not have much to do. So I might see if I can find some just like mechanical pieces that I can take with me. So if I have spare time, I can do some tinkering.
All right.
Specifically looking for like firearm pieces and such. Preferably not all put together.
I'm looking here. It wouldn't really be something that's on the map. However, what's number 6? Is that the?
I think that's the Lucky Bunny.
Yeah. Okay. You would have seen when you guys went down there, a few like tinkering shops and things like that. As far as not really like black market, but just selling odds and ends.
I'm not looking for black market stuff.
Yeah, just oddities, things like that.
Yeah.
Send me what specifically you're looking for. Just DM it to me, and then I'll tell you what you can and can't find. Really. As far as parts go, they've got like barrels. They've got the revolver chambers, the pistol grips. They've got
I'll collect as many of the pieces as possible for as if I were going to assemble like 2 small firearms.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do it this way. Is everyone else going with you, or are you doing this alone?
I don't mind. That's where I'm heading off to real quick.
I mean, we don't really have a plan today, so I guess walking around all together the best course of
Yeah.
action.
All right. So, on sorry, I got a burp. Oh my gosh. On Carter's plans, vision, he wants to have something to do while he's out on the ship, so he remembers this kind of a tinkering shop, blacksmith place. You remember seeing someone with a the forge and the hammer. You remember as you were walking to the Lucky Bunny, you remember seeing something like that down there. So you kind of make your way down there thinking maybe armor place or some kind of weapon shop or something might be found down there. And you manage to find your way to a unlisted shop. No sign above it. Looks like there used to be something that hung there, but now it's just blank black wood. On the inside is an older fellow wearing some Harry Potter glasses. I forget what those are called.
Spectacles.
Yeah, the circle spectacle glasses. Not half moons, but the full circle ones in there. And yeah, as you walk in the front door, you get like a little chime, the bell across the door, and you walk in. You smell like gun oil. You smell burnt metal. You smell just a bunch of random fragrances as you walk in. The guy's kind of got grease on his hands and just kind of looks up at you. Well, what can I do for you all?
Morning. Looking for a few parts. I'm going to have some time on my hands and want to see if I remember how to do a bit of assembly.
Well, parts is what we have. Depends on what exactly you're looking for.
I'm just going to be going through, picking off the pieces that I feel like will be the most useful.
Bullet
All right.
casings. Lots and lots of bullet casing.
If you're looking for casings, they would have like empty cartridges and things like that in the back. They would also have barrels of black powder and stuff that they sell that they keep in the back. He would let you know of. Anything
not
as
on my
far as
list.
anything like big bulky, they would carry things like that. So out of character, is this something that you're going to be doing for your artificer?
Yeah, figure I'm an artificer. We're going to be on a ship without much to do, so this is kind of what I'm going to do with my free time.
So, what are you going to be tinkering a gun?
Potentially. It's the
Okay.
kind of thing where I'm not certain exactly what I want to do with it. I just want to pick up as many general pieces as possible for whatever I decide to do with it in the moment.
Okay, because we can do it 2 ways. I can come up with an idea and give you the pieces, or if you have something specific you want to be actually working to tinker towards, just shoot me an idea of what it looks like, and then I'll kind of from that give you the parts, if that makes sense.
I don't have anything specific, so if you've got a suggestion, then I'd be happy to grab those pieces and maybe a few spares in case I want to do something on the side.
All right. So as you're sitting there, he's kind of looking at you. Have you built things before, or are you new to this? Or he's kind of looking at your fingers, noticing they're not really the well-worked fingers, you know?
No. It's the kind of thing where I used to have calluses, but not so much anymore.
Exactly.
I used to do a lot of work back on the old farmstead. A lot of mechanical pieces and things, firearms here and there. But I'm a little out of practice.
Are you looking for something like... You're looking for something like long barrel? Are you looking for something more, concealed? Or
Thinking something more long barrel would be more useful, especially if we're going to be covering some great distances and such.
you're looking for long barrel, as in rifles or pistols or fast
Probably more
reload or
rifles.
rifles?
Don't think we'd need too much speed if we're going for something longer range.
You see him kind of his eyes kind of getting wide. It's been a while since I've had someone asking about rifles around here, around these parts. Most people stick to smaller firearms and things like that. Are you looking for Oh, it's been so long since I've built. Are you looking for faster firing? Or are you looking for more impact?
Probably a single shot would be more efficient.
Single shot, big damage, or are you looking like single shot and then maybe like some after effect for after it hits, or like a delayed reaction, or
Probably keep it simpler to a single shot, more damage.
as you tell him that, he kind of like stiffens up a little. Oh, so just like a normal rifle, nothing too
Yes,
crazy.
normally.
Oh, okay.
We'll see about future modifications, but for the moment, as
Just
I
sounds-
said, I'm a little out of practice.
All right. Well,
Do not need it exploding in my hands on the first test.
He kind of gives a general gesture around the room. With that, you're going to find things like, as far as for pistols, you'll see like a triple shot, or a triple, like a 6, all the way up to an 8, as far as like revolver chamber things go for pistols. You also see more of the old Western styles, and you see some newer stuff that you don't really know too much about. You've been out of the game for a while. And then as far as long barrels, like for rifles and things like that, you see your standard, I forget what the heck it's called, the one where you flip the handle underneath to reload it, the
Lever action?
yeah, the lever action. Thank you. You see some parts for like things like that. You also see some break action type style, not barrels, but the receiver areas, I think they're called, like receivers. And then you see some things that kind of look like you don't really know too much about it. There seems to be like extra tubes and things like that, just stuff that doesn't really make too much sense. But as far as standard pistols, rifles, and things like that for building, you see all the parts that you would normally understand. There's just some
Probably
other.
collect all the pieces that I like fully understand for building a standard long-range rifle.
Okay.
And then on the side, probably pick up a few of the pieces I don't really understand that may come in useful later.
Okay.
Out of character, to be clear, I have no idea what I'm doing with guns. In character,
Gotcha.
I assume Carter knows more than I do.
So as far, let me see something really fast. I want to see how much a rifle costs in D&D.
Yep.
Ba-ba. $75, except you're buying it in pieces. So I'm gonna say 50 for the parts. Hold up. This will give you 80 to 320 range.
That works for me.
So I'm guessing that's definitely rifle, two-handed heavy. It's a 70. I'm going off of the Arquebus, which is, we all know where that came from, but it's 75 gold pieces for that. So if I just deduct, since you're buying it and having to build it, we'll say it's 50 pieces for the parts.
Yeah. I'm willing to spend like an extra 25 or so on additional pieces and stuff.
All right. So as far as like additional pieces, you get like a large, like some kind of like it looks like a canister of some sort. You don't really know too much about what that is.
I'm not really looking at them too much right now. When I have more time, I'll go through what pieces and stuff I picked up. Just whichever one seemed the most interesting at the time.
All right. He rings you up for the most parts, and he goes, and a goodie bag for the rest, and just grabs like some links of some things. The canister thing I was talking about. You also see this like strap he throws in there, some kind of glass-looking thing he throws in there as well, and some other random bits and bobbles. And he kind of looks at you, and he also gives you this. Let me think of how to describe this. Kind of like, it looks like a 9-volt battery almost, but just the shape, or like, I guess you could say like just a wooden rectangular block is what it looks like. However, it's metal, and it's out of character. It kind of looks like a pistol clip. In character, you have no idea.
Okay.
Or
Perfect.
a magazine.
Yeah, no, I'll take the lot.
And he just looks at you. The builder you say you are, and the tinkerer you say you are, looking at your hands again. I'm sure you'll whip up something spectacular with all that. And he looks at the other two of you.
I appreciate the confidence.
Of course. Were the rest of you looking for anything?
Shell casings.
For shell casings, we'll say a box of 100 empty shells, the gold.
Okay.
I think that's right. Let me see what bullets cost.
Plate armor I can afford.
You know, what the hell? If I'm going to be buying a bunch of gun parts, I might as well buy some ammunition as well. So I will also get myself some shell casings and gunpowder. I don't know how much for each.
Out of character. Never mind. You know what? Out of character, I'll say this. Simon's already told you guys you can restock your bullets on the boat.
Okay. Well then,
Yeah,
if
he's
that's
already
the
let
case,
you all
then
know
I
that.
don't need additional
Well, the
bits.
thing is, I wanted to see if there's stuff that we can tinker with.
No, for you, I see what you're doing with yours.
Yeah.
But as far as like actual just standard ammunition, you can
No.
refill on the boat. The only
Then
time that I'll ask you not to do that is if you're away from the boat and you're in a city that you do not know and you're out of ammo.
that makes sense.
But as far as your basic refilling, just so we don't have to hit it every time we go to every town, you can refill when you get on the boat. With that, and I think I said you guys could carry up to what, like 20 rounds of whatever it was for free.
Something like that, yeah.
And then Varian's looking. You said armor.
Yeah, plate armor, but I don't think I can afford it.
Yeah, I think +1 plate's expensive.
Just a regular plate, if anything.
I'm
I
gonna
got chainmail.
I'm gonna pull out my pistol, and I've never
It's
tried out
1500.
the reload action. Like, how, is it just a dump? Dump out the ammo, or what does it do?
Say again. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
For,
I didn't hear the first question.
I said I'll pull out my pistol, and I'm gonna see like the gun blade, and I'm gonna see how it reloads, if I can actually get different spools, and see if I can actually get them magnetized so they just grab ammo from it and then throw it in.
All right. So have you guys seen like? Have any of y'all actually held a revolver before?
Yes.
Never held one. I've
Yeah.
seen them.
So is it the single action when it pushes it back? Is it one of those, or?
No, this is a revolver. I think it has 6 to 8 shots. I don't remember what I gave you on your thing there.
I think you said it's a double shot, but has 4 rounds each, or
Let me look at the weapon itself.
because you did 2d8 or 2d something.
2d8.
So you said it.
So it's a
shoots 2
4.
bullets.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. At 4, then it rotates once, then it shoots 2 more. Got it.
Right.
Okay, so as far as like pistols go, that the chamber thing doesn't normally come off on real handguns, that little revolver thing. However, with this one, like it slides off. There's extra one, or not slides off. They have extra. Let me show you what this is. Let me find it. Is that it? Yeah, this works. Here it is. I'm not going to share it on the stream because I don't want to show bullets on your stream, but I'm going to send it to the Discord.
Okay.
They sell things like this that I'll show you in a second. Oh my gosh, I lagged out there for a second.
Yeah, I was more curious if I'd have to have like a speed loader, or if it had some weird thing that pulls out a spindle and then it like attracts bullets to it.
I just sent a picture of a bunch of speed loaders. So they have things like that. However, if you'd like to buy some of these additional chambers, I think they're called, to tinker with them and maybe work with some magnets and things, and we can work with that if you want to try to do that while you're traveling.
I mean, yeah, it'd be one less step. All I have to do is like for somehow have it detach, and I can huck one on, and it technically be its own speed loader.
Yeah. So as far as what is it right now? You're just on reloads and action.
Yeah, it looks like
Okay.
reloads in action. Yeah.
Okay. So what you're trying to get to is doing reload as a bonus,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, we'll say throw in one more gold piece, and the old guy will give you like 5 more of these little things. Not the speed loaders, but like just the chambers itself, the 4 thingies. Actually, we'll say 1 gold each because
And
yeah,
I asked for 3, so
yeah, 3 of them. Yeah.
okay.
So you got 3 to work with. 100 shell casings.
I got
It's at 4
300.
gold.
Uh,
Oh, so 300. So 1 gold per. So 6 gold
so
total.
I spent 6 gold. Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
And then plate is 1,500 gold.
Yeah, I can't afford that.
you said 1,500 gold. How much
Yeah.
money do you have, dude?
500.
Well, I got 550 on me.
How much do you have on your card still?
I haven't spent any.
I think there was 5 on that too, wasn't there?
There might
Yep.
have been. I think so, maybe.
Yep.
You can't do it here, but if you go to another blacksmith shop in town somewhere that uses the cards and stuff, you can get it for 10% off too. And if you all wanted to pool the money and cards and things together, then we can work that out.
Yep.
You guys
could
just
do
want to use your 3 black cards as a final, basically FU, and buy the plate armor
Do it. Yeah.
Sure.
because it's 1,500 and you each have 500 on your card still, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I believe I didn't spend anything on it.
I don't think
so.
y'all did.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, go ahead and add plate armor to your inventory. Let me double check and make sure you can wear it. Because there's strength and why can't I find you? Oh, there you are. I think you're good.
Yeah. Should be fine. Sweet.
And then you can sell the. What are you wearing now? Chainmail?
Chainmail, yeah.
You can sell that for. What's half of 75? 32.50?
No, 37.
I was so close.
Yep.
Call it 38.
38
All right.
gold.
It's so funny that you just sold chainmail to get plate armor, but you've technically been wearing plate armor the whole time. But now you just actually look like you're wearing plate armor.
It was first like ornamental plate. Now it's actual plate.
Oh
True.
my gosh.
Very true.
So you all, from a nice day of shopping, you all congregate back together, showing off your new wares, black cards depleted, a little bit out of each of your regular bank accounts too. Do y'all want to head back to?
All I know is I'm using my box full, as I say, carrying around a box of just parts.
All kinds of stuff, yeah. You all heading back to the Broken Compass?
Yes.
Yeah.
Find it. A sec. Bring this. No! He's not there anymore. All right. So, as you all finish up your shopping, as you're walking back to the Broken Compass, the sun's kind of getting high in the sky. It is probably about lunchtime now. You guys have been out and about for quite a while. I mean, is the music still on?
Not yet.
No.
Nope.
No.
There we go. As the sun's high in the sky, you guys are kind of coming back, wanting to get some lunch in you. And you see Seiman and Bella and Lincoln are kind of there, moving goods from one carriage to the next as they are taking the inventory of the stuff that they're about to be taking down to the boat. And as you come in, you see Lincoln in the back. He's got 3 boxes kind of prepped. They're probably about 5 foot long, about 2 foot wide. As you guys come walking in, right? I made you guys your personalized suitcase boxes over here. If you guys want to run in and get your stuff and maybe start packing. And he kind of winks over to you, Calvin. To kind of
Fantastic.
get your. As he kind of brings you over to the box, and you see this little hole on one of the sides. It kind of lifts up. It's like a false door in the bottom of it. And he hands you this little circle wooden disc. This is the plug. So whenever I'm in there, just stick this in it, and it should cover up perfectly, and no one should be the wiser.
Amazing. All right.
But yeah. You guys head on upstairs, start getting all your stuff, things like that.
I actually put on a pair of pants. My wolf pelt pants that I skinned those wolves.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've dried out by now. The leather's starting to look nice. You didn't really. Oh, you probably did. Well, Lincoln helped you.
Lincoln did it
Yeah.
all.
They don't look great from what I remember, though, right?
Yeah, he absolutely
They're a
botched
little
the spinning.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they don't look right. They probably didn't treat it all that correctly either, so the smell's probably not the best. But yeah,
He's wearing pants.
you guys start packing up your stuff. Simon kind of looks over at you. So have you all thought any more on the why can I not think of words today, you guys? The investment, the opportunity. There we go. Do you guys have time to think more on the opportunity I presented?
It works for me.
As he's looking around at you guys all wearing new armor, new tinkering stuff. Seems like you all had a little spending spree.
Thank you. Thank the king before we made Varian look very pretty.
Oh, you all used the
Indeed.
black cards, huh?
Oh,
Indeed,
yes.
we did.
I feel like at this point we've crossed a few lines. What's a few more?
I mean, it's pretty on par with all the lines that I usually cross, anyways.
I'm liking the way this crew's kind of coming together. Well, the ship's down at the yard. The first half should be packed up. He said it'd be done by...
Before we do that, I'm going to pull out
Yep.
the black card. Should I throw this in the campfire now, or...
I was actually
mean-
gonna think about giving it off to someone and seeing what happened.
We'll hand them
Oh, I
to...
like that idea.
We'll hand them to Lincoln when we leave.
Oh, excellent.
He
And
still
tell-
works for them.
Maybe he can use them.
Simon kind of looks over at Lincoln Jr. I mean, we're kind of ripping him off too, if you think about it. And Lincoln just kind of looks, nah, he doesn't need any of this money anyways. He's got enough stuff as it is. Just walking off, flustering. You see him climbing into the box. All right, I need someone to seal me in here. And just kind of like lays down flat. As he's doing that, Calvin, are you going to walk over and do that, or...
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna put that little plug in.
All right. While he's doing that, Simon's still looking at the rest of you. So here's the plan. As long as this works, we get on board, load up. We should be out of here within about an hour or so. Once the rest of this stuff is loaded on, it's probably about a week-long journey towards. We're not heading towards Caravan per se. It's actually called. Give me one sec. I have it right here. Ryberry. I'll spell that to you.
I'm gonna write on the box Calvin's pants.
So you guys are headed to a place called Ryberry Settlement. Here, let me show the big map. Actually, I'll show it. Well, I'll show it now because there's a boat thingy. And the music might switch again. I apologize. So zoom it on out. All right, so you guys are in Olympia, or not Olympia, you're in Briarstone right now. So this over here, this whole area is called the Eastern Territories. It doesn't have like a specific name like Olympia does, or, well, you guys don't know the other real countries up there, or continents up there, countries. Yeah, y'all don't know that stuff anyways. So Eastern Territories is over here, which is where your boat will be landing. The city of Ryberry Settlement is an actual city. It's a very industrious city. However, there is a subsect of the city called Caravan. Basically, it was this nomadic tribe of turtle people, and they used to live over in Winterheim, over in this area. That's where the Southern Kingdom was. And with the fall of Winterheim, they sort of left and began traveling, and they've landed here. Like, this is where they are now. And their settlement's called Caravan, and Caravan's basically this large tent city for shopping. They have foods, things like that, horse races, and all kinds of stuff out there. So you guys are headed towards Caravan, which is a subsect of the city of Ryer. Oh, I just messed it up.
Ryberry.
Ryberry, thank you. So these turtle people have nothing to do with the city. They're their own entity on the outside. However, the Ryberry settlement would be like your, where you guys are now in Briarstone, like that. And then Caravan would be like the black market, basically. Like the outside little trading district.
Okay.
So, with that being said, he will let you know. So basically, we're gonna touch down there in Ryberry, and then it's a short little trip over to. I just forgot the name of the video. Oh my gosh, why is my memory failing me today? I'm so sorry, guys. Caravan, Jesus. So you guys we're gonna land over there in Ryberry, and then it's just a short little travel over to Caravan where we can make the sale for the stuff if you all want to go that way, or we just stay there in Ryberry and take it to the actual dealer. However, like I said, we have about a week to decide that. So, with that being said, if you guys are going to sell it to black market, you will be going to Caravan. If you want to continue on keeping it legit and so all that stuff, you will end up in Ryberry. Okay?
Yep.
All right.
All right. Let me pull you back down here. Actually, we can stay here for now. Drake. I'm sorry, not Drake. Calvin.
What's up?
Is anybody going to be helping him hide this kid away?
I'll help him.
That's one help. What about you there, bud? Carter?
I mean, I don't know how much more we could possibly do. I mean, and in this moment right now, it's probably fine between the two of them, right?
All right. Calvin, give me a... God, what is this going to be? What kind of check is this?
What are you wanting me to do? What's...
Like, part of me feels like it's a performance check, but then part of me feels like it's a deception check. But then part of me thinks it might be dexterity or sleight of hand.
Let him choose.
Yeah, any one of those.
Let's see. Maybe sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand would be like plugging the plug and making sure it looks as false of a door as possible, I think.
Okay.
Yep, and then pile the clothes and stuff on top.
And I'll give it to good advantage since Variant's helping. 20, didn't even need the advantage. All right, that's good. So you start putting the stuff on top, and you hear from in there. All right, I can still breathe pretty well. I think I'm good. I think it's good. How's it look from the outside? And you all kind of look around. and it's well crafted. It looks like he spent like the good portion of the morning actually building this false floor into it and false door over top of it. And looking down, Calvin even takes the time to turn the wood so that the grain goes the correct way to keep it looking accurate, and so it doesn't just give off. There's this random circle of grain going the wrong direction. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Calvin and Varian kind of look over, pleased at each other.
Well done.
And,
Little high five action right there, or a fist bump. I don't know.
Little high five.
Little high five.
But yeah, you guys begin to load up the stuff into the back of the carriage there, and Seiman kind of looks up at you all. All right, well, get on your game faces. It's time to convince everyone we're up to no good and get on our way, huh? As him and Bella kind of get in the front there, leaving the back to you guys, as the other guards that are from the city kind of making their way down the road. You see them kind of leaving a dust trail as you guys are making your way towards the boat. Let me pull you all.
I do have some business still in town, though. Just
Oh. Well, then,
before we leave, I have to
On-
say bye to someone.
Oh, we can do that. While you guys are looking at the Simon Seas.
I mean, you also want to tell someone where to send your coat?
The name
Yes.
of the ship, perhaps.
Yeah. So I see the name Simon Seas, and everything dawns on me that I have to do a lot of running around.
All right. So as you guys are kind of getting there, he sees the boat coming into view. The large across the back, it says Simon Seas, and Simon kind of looks back at you all. You know, like the child's game, Simon Says, except it's a pun with C's. Simon Seas? No?
I'm
Very
just-
clever.
It's okay, but Prestige Worldwide would be a much better ship name.
Isn't it unlucky to rename a ship?
Well, when you have your own ship, then. For now, you're on the Simon Seas.
I will have my own ship, and it'll be better. It'll have blackjack on it. And other things.
As you're saying this, it clicks in your head. Oh crap! I have to go and do this thing.
Hold that moment. And I just
so,
run off the ship.
Calvin jumps out the back of the carriage that's still going down the street as it's heading its way towards the ship, running down. I'll be right back. I have to do something really fast. Running towards the.
Is it
Oh,
Jack
yeah.
Sparrow running? Like full Jack Sparrow run?
Full Jack Sparrow down the street in the dust of the cart as everyone's kind of looking at you like, what is he doing? Varian and Carter, you both know what he's up to. Well, you might know what he's up to, but
I'm sure that's
yeah,
not
while you're doing
important.
that.
About his coat.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's got that and. Or which one are you going to do first? The coat or Lily?
What's farther and what's closer?
Lily's is farther. Or no,
What's a
Lily's
little-
would be closer because you're at the dock.
Okay, well, then I'll do coat first, then Lily.
Yeah, because coat. Oh, you're gonna run all the way back to the coat and then come back to see Lily?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, he's
got
got to
it.
come back anyway.
yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right, so you get all the way up there. The old lady's kind of sitting there. Oh, you're back.
Simon
you find out?
Seas.
Simon. Oh, you could have just said Simon in the first place. I've dealt with him many a multiple time.
Why didn't
Starts writing some things down. As soon as this is finished, I'll make sure this is sent right to you.
Fantastic. Gotta go.
She kind of watches you bolt out the door. You never left the gold.
I did.
Did you pay?
Yeah.
He left it before he, he
Okay.
gave her the name of the ship.
She's scrolling down Simon Seas on the ship and kind of pins it to the order form and all that stuff and kind of hands it back. Didn't even get his receipt. But anyways, she knows where it's going, all that good stuff. One chinchilla coat and hat. So you're running back through the streets. You're running. Give me just roll me a d20 real quick.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Yeah, as you're running down the street, I can't believe that just happened. You're running down the street and you bump into. What is
Literally
his
bump
name?
into.
Yeah. I already forgot his name.
Pike?
Nope.
One we always forget the name of.
No, the guy that
Jeremy?
you guys just met, Jeremy.
Jeremy.
As you're running back, you literally bump into Jeremy as he's standing there with his little duffel bag and his armor. He doesn't have a sword or anything like that anymore. It looks like he was kind of stripped of his well, not his armor, like his military armor, but he's got like an old like chainmail thing that's sitting there, no weapon or anything. It kind of looks like he's been left there, kind of standing by the in the middle of the town, waiting for like an exit because he feels like you guys left him too. As you bump into him, right. Are you Calvin from last night?
Yes, Simon sees. Let's go.
Just
Are
grab
you
him.
just grabbing him?
Yep.
Yeah. As you're pulling him down the street, he has no idea what is going on. You've not even heard the story. Just
Full
going,
Jack
going,
Sparrow.
going.
Just full of Jack Sparrow running.
As you're getting to the dock's edge, you look up there and you can kind of see that the boxes and stuff are actually starting to be unloaded. Now, as we jump over there really quick, you see Lincoln's father double checking all the locks on the actual Irarium boxes and things like that, and they go from like the back to a scale to the ship. So he's like weighing it all as it's coming in too. As far as your personal goods and things like that, a few of the deckhands come out and they're just picking that stuff straight up and onto the boat, and it looks like everything seems to be going a-okay with that. Jumping back, Calvin, you're coming up to the ship and seeing the stuff's kind of happening. You don't know if it's going good or not from your perspective, but you are there next to the Lucky Bunny, right?
Yep.
The Lucky Bunny, where you don't know where Lily lives, but if you were to guess, this is kind of where you would assume.
Yeah. Most likely.
Upon coming inside, you don't see her directly. You do see that bartender that was there the night before. That was kind of, or no, you weren't there. That was Calvin or Carter and Varian.
Yep.
You would have recognized him from bringing them to you at the warehouse, I guess. Or no, that was what's his name. Terrence did that. You would know no one in
Jeez.
here, I don't think. Or no, you were at the bar just the other night, right?
Yeah, I was.
Jeez. Okay. You see the bartender is still there, so no.
I was
Lily,
there. I've been there twice. So
Were you? I thought you were just there the first time.
axe throwing, my dude.
No. Different bar.
Is it?
Axe throwing is a bar that you and her went on a date together and did.
I thought it
This
was the
bar that
Lucky
you're at
Bunny
now.
was where we did it.
No, the Lucky Bunny is where you guys were supposed to meet her. And those two went to meet with Terrence in the back corner at the really cool table.
And what was the bar that we threw axes at?
That was just a bar that you guys were out on a date at. I don't think there was an actual name for that one.
Oh.
I can look, but
I could have sworn it was, yeah.
I don't think so, though. No, it just says Three's the Tavern. Oh, wait, that's
Okay.
Olympia. My bad. Where am I here? Briarstone. Yeah, I don't think we named one, because Lucky Bunny was named way back.
Okay.
Anyway. Just that guy in the back, and he seems to be drying out steins, because oh my gosh, dude, I'm so lost today. I feel so bad. He's cleaning out the stuff from the night before, from all the dishes that like overflowed and didn't get cleaned the night before. He's kind of cleaning up all that stuff. As you guys were drunk there late, and the night kind of got away from you all. But he kind of looks over at you. Y'all partied pretty well there last night, huh?
Yes, have you seen Lily?
Lily, right. Well, sorry to say it to you, fella. She left this morning. She said she left you a note, didn't she?
Yeah, she told me to come see her before I left.
Oh, well, I'm sorry there, buddy. She, well, let's just say the boys got together and kind of said, they want to take Terrence and, have a proper burial, so. They're not out of town. Well, they're out of town, but they're not here right now. They'll be back this evening.
I will probably be gone, but
Oh, you all are heading out on, he kind of looks, like, ducks down a little bit and looks through the tavern window, the bar window. Heading out today then, huh?
Yeah.
Any clues where you're headed? And he pulls out a piece of paper and a pen. I'll hand it to her. Let her know where to come find you.
Tell her to look for the Seiman seas. Past that, I don't know where.
Simon sees. He kind of looks back, and there's a behind the bar. You see like a y'all have been to the airport before?
Yes.
Yep.
You know they have the thing that shows the times and the changing all that stuff.
Destinations and stuff.
It's kind of like that, except it's chalkboard written. It's a bunch of the BBC's ships and stuff like that. As far as it doesn't have like specific times of when they've been back or when they'll be back, but it has specific times of like how long they've been gone. So based off of like that, you kind of get the idea that they know where ships are going and things. But he kind of looks at it and looks back. Well, she'll be heading out herself here tomorrow, it looks like. So, I'll tell her to be on the lookout. So maybe you'll run into her on the seas. It's always fun that way, right?
Absolutely. Well, gotta go. And I'm off Jack Sparrowing again.
He gives you like a side-eyed look. Out of all the ones she could have... Okay. All right. So, you come out the bar. You see across the way that they're still loading stuff, and you start running down the streets, down one of the long docks, like a scene out of Titanic when DiCaprio is running down the thing and all the ships, and everyone's happy. It's like one of those moments as you're running down. And you get up to the top. The horse and carriage is kind of up there. It's on a slow incline to the boat. As the people are kind of walking everything up back and forth, you see Bella standing. You guys would probably be loading from like this side. Bella's just kind of standing there overseeing, and all this stuff really doesn't matter. However, she sees you, kind of waves at you. I didn't think you were actually going to make it back.
Obviously, I'd be back. I'm like a bad nickel. Or bad copper.
Right, bad copper. She like reaches out to shake your hand.
I kiss it.
She pulls you in close. It looks like everything's going well. Your package is in your room. And she kind of walks away. And then turns back and looks at you.
Something?
It means if you ever kiss my hand again, you'll lose more than your fingers. She just walks away.
I hold my hands up to my chest, and I look down at all my hands to make sure that they're there.
Alright, with that, I'm going to introduce you all. One more map change. If I can find it. So there's 5 beds in here. I have some stuff where I can put in more beds if you guys want to. I have like some resources and stuff. But here is your ship common area. You're free to choose a bed. The blacked out area is blacked out because the doors are locked. You have a common area, all that good stuff. There are 4 cannons on the top side of the ship, and I'm going to share these to you all. I don't know if you guys have ship handouts yet or not.
I believe so, possibly.
Trying to find... Where's my ship? There's that.
Ugh, bless
Bless
me.
you.
Bless you.
I'm gonna give. Oh, you guys do have control of it. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna put that up by the group token. Drake, where's your damn folder?
I don't know, bro.
There we go. I'm putting your weapon in your folder. All right. So while we have this real quick break, if you all want to open up the sheet, I will kind of give you a rundown of how this works. In all fairness, I haven't had a chance to run this with the other group yet, as far as how the ship combat will work with hit points and things like that. So it will be a little bit of a learning process, but this is kind of how I envision it a little bit for working. If this doesn't make any sense to you all, let me know, and we can work it out. Dex, Wiz, Con, Strength, and all that stuff, they don't really have too much of a meaning. I'm just using these as placeholders. So your Strength is the number of cannons. If you read through what it does, this will tell you basically everything that the ship can do on its turn. You will also notice that... Oh, you don't have that stuff yet, so it doesn't matter. Just double checking something. But yeah, so you'll see this. Basically, you can upgrade your ship. And this is just your bare bones base model. This is what you got. There's your cannons. All of you should be able to hit that. All of you, as an action, will be able to use that. Your reload is at the bottom. Spend your time reloading the cannons. Your ship's weapons expert may expend their time, blah, blah, blah. There are some ship rolls as well, which haven't 100% been over yet, but we will as the time comes. But as for right now, this is your base ship combat thingy.
Oh.
Sweet.
So yeah, you guys all kind of get in. Go ahead and put your tokens wherever you'd like to, whichever room you think. Oh, and there's little lanterns. I put lanterns. Each of you have a little lantern above your beds. There's a main one with 3 beds. There's a 2-bedroom one or a 2-bed one. You don't all have to stay in the same one. Actually, I know Drake is already going to go in here. There's also a closet full of alcohol in that one.
Wait, yes.
Right next to the bedroom. Excellent.
Yeah. I will also say the other one that's blacked out, I'm not going to unlock it right now, but it does say Seiman on it, so you get the impression that it's his office or whatever. Also, underneath this center section, there is extra storage area and stuff like that. We just can't see under it, but there is other space down there too as well, as far as living quarters and things. But for the most part, you guys will not have that campground anymore outside of Olympia. Like, this will be your main hub, I guess, as far as doing your stuff.
The only other question I would have is a good place to just do like tinkering and stuff.
So as far as that,
Maybe the dinner table?
well, like I said, there's a bunch of space underneath this center section here. We can say that there's rooms closed off for tinkering and things like that.
Yeah, it works for me.
Or if you all are going to be staying in there, I mean, you guys can even convert out maybe this room into like a tinkering room or some crap. Sorry for the word crap. I use it liberally. I apologize. Not everything's crap. I use crap as a word of everything.
Description.
But anyways, yeah. But yeah, so I'm trying to swallow. So you can convert that room into something else too if you guys would like to. But like, this will be your main hub as far as things like that go.
That works for me.
You will have about a week of travel for you guys to get from here to... well, you guys haven't really discussed what you want to do. I'll let you guys all actually discuss that with yourselves, how you guys want to proceed as far as either going to Ryberry or Caravan, keeping the money, selling the... or keeping the Aurarium, selling the Aurarium, like what you guys are planning on doing. Also, with that being said, what's his name? Seiman would also let you guys kind of know you're traveling with the Terrarium stuff, and it is researchable. So there is that. If you guys, I think you would have green and red on this boat. No, I have to look
Blue
at
and
my map.
red.
I think it's
Wouldn't
blue
it
and
be-
red.
Yeah, blue and red.
Yeah, because greens. Yeah, you wouldn't have green. So there'd be blue and red on this boat. So that's something you could think about, and then. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you guys as far as boats go for right now. Oh, as you guys are all getting into your quarters there and unloading all your stuff, you kind of feel the ship begin to move as the boat begins to move. You all kind of come out onto the deck, maybe. The wind's pushing into the sails as the mast beginning to, or the sails are beginning to take control by the, or not take control, but being picked up by the wind. You see Seiman up there at the wheel, kind of giving his best impression of actually being a legitimate captain on a ship. You guys kind of get the feeling that usually Bella's kind of the one that's at the helm of the ship, but he's making it look good for while he can. And yeah, you guys are kind of making your way on out. There's a few people that kind of travel, are traveling with you guys as well for fare, you know, because there's not a lot of boats that just do voyages back and forth for fun. So usually what happens is when traveling ships like this go, a few people will not stow away, but pay to board and go along with. But yeah, as you guys kind of do that, make your way back down to the rooms. It's at this point, Calvin, you'd start hearing like a banging on your case.
Ooh, yes, the case. Let's open it.
Yeah. As you start to open that up, and you hear on the inside, "Are we moving? Did it work?"
Maybe. You're here. You're on a ship.
All right. Is my dad still outside, or do I need to stay hidden, or can I come out?
I'd stay hidden until we're set sail.
All right, I'll stay in here for a while. It feels like we're moving, though.
Good. Possibly. We could maybe.
He said, "Good."
Good senses.
So you're
Looks
leaving
out
him
the
in the
window,
box.
sees the port disappearing into the distance. Yes. Good. Just stay there.
Oh, by the way, I ordered myself chinchilla fur. If you can make a winter jacket and hat for me.
You bought the whole jacket.
Yeah.
That's why you paid so much. Oh my goodness.
I'm dying right now. Oh my god. You just stay in that box. Anyways. You Right, I'm trying to muffle my voice now as I'm in a box. You bought the chinchilla fur for what? You gonna try to make something cool out of it, or you going for something just like fashionable?
Very fashionable, but at the same time, able to be working with, winter gear, possibly a long jacket, nice hat.
Speaking of, there isn't really a wide selection of fashionable cold weather gear. There might be a market in that. That's probably good thinking.
Yes.
Still in his box.
How far away are we from port?
How long do you want to leave him in the box for? Because you guys are probably
longer than necessary.
half hour longer than necessary. All right.
It's not up to me.
So we'll say you guys.
Right.
You guys are about 10 minutes into the trip, so we still got about 20 more in there. Just doing a little bit of light exploring on the ship, as I assume you all would do.
For the most part, I would head down and start clearing out a workstation.
All right.
I'm genuinely excited to see what I can do with these parts.
There is that other bedroom, you can do things there. And then, like I said, under the thing, you would find a few crewmates there. There's a armor. He handles all the munitions and things like that, as far as the cannons, and if you guys need to come back and um, resupply things like that. There is also a market dealer. What he will do is he will give you store value of something. You're not going to be able to like haggle the price up or down. He's strictly store value. But if you're on the ship and you need something, and like that's where you can just buy it. So this will kind of eliminate having to be like, oh, I need to find a general goods store. As soon as you guys get to a town, you can just go to this guy. Store value, it's done. But no haggling. Also, as far as if you want to sell your stuff, you can sell it to him for 50% of what the value of it is. So it's just always there. Also on the ship would be the beds, like you guys have already found. There's also a fully stocked kitchen, or kitchen with food, whatever you guys would be looking for. As this is Seiman's ship, I'm going to give you guys a couple of basics for the rules of boats for what I'm thinking with this as well. As far as food goes on a ship, you guys do not have to pay for any of this or anything like that. When you guys get your own ship, things will change. That's when you'll have to start paying for like the munitions and the food and stuff like that. But as for right now, everything's kind of taken care of. So don't worry about, well, how much is this going to cost to buy food and eat and stuff on the ship? Everything's covered for right now. As you guys kind of do more missions and stuff and you have your own ship, that'll all be included with all that stuff. But anyways, there's not like any art or anything. It's a very bare bones ship, very royal looking. You're actually still flying royal flags and colors at the moment. Other than the name being Seiman Seas, it's very Olympian. There's a picture of, you know, him and her's navy, you know, the king and queen at the front of the ship here. I'll show you. There's like a in the kitchen, or not the kitchen, in the eating area, there's like a picture of the king and queen and royal family like mounted to the wall in there. You know, to look over you guys while you eat your meals.
Fine.
Yeah,
Well, I know which room I will not be eating in.
And then as far as deck side, typical pirate ship you can think of, long ropes, the buckets that you can ride up to the top and down to the bottom of the masts. At any given time, there's at least 10 people up on main deck. As far as crew or just random people, it's a great place to go if you're getting seasick. And since there's no light pollution anywhere, it's a great place to go if you're into like stars, things like that, romantic evenings. If it's hot down in the bottom, up top's nice and cool, things like that. That's for the most part where Seiman chills. And yeah, you guys are free to move about the cabin. As you guys are about to be doing that, give me an idea of something you would like to be doing on the ship, because we are about to go on break. And that way, when we get back, I can kind of get some rolls and stuff going for that to see how well you guys kind of do whatever it is you're going to be doing for the next week on the ship.
All right. Let's hit that. Be right back. And
No, not yet. Tell me what. Tell me. Not yet. Not yet.
okay. So what
Before we do that, what would you be liking to do for this week of research and while you're on the ship?
Would anyone like to go first? I know I've got a few things that I would probably be interested in.
I think I would like to learn ammunitions and different types of ammunition, mainly.
So kind of working with the gunner guy. Are you talking about for
Yeah.
your personal use or the cannons on ship as well?
Both, because I feel like they can both be engineered similarly.
All right. I'm gonna drag your token just so it gives me an idea of what when we get back. Try to keep your token there, because this so I know. All right.
Or Carter, would you rather that? I don't know.
Nope.
Arian,
I'm
would you
mostly
rather
focusing
be
with-
gunner or?
Nah, that's all you, bro.
Okay.
Varian or Carter? This is also as far as like Calvin, like researching your revolver stuff and stuff like that.
Exactly. That's
Your quick change
kinda,
systems.
that's kind of why I was going for gunners, because if I could possibly have a quick change system for a cannon, and then possibly on and off on Carter or someone to set up like systems, it'd be pretty wild.
Nice.
For the most part, during the days, Carter's keeping busy, working on assembling this rifle, see if he can get back in the whole swing of things with that. The other thing is I noticed I still have that blank piece of parchment that is signed by, where is it? Give me a second.
TR.
Yes. So I'm going to try and puzzle that out, maybe hold it up to the light, see if it's got some sort of ink on it that I cannot read.
Alright.
And the last thing is, Carter's never really had the time to learn how to read the stars, so that might be fun as well.
Alright, I'm going to bring yours to the top deck. Alright. I'm putting like some GM notes on the paper. That's why I'm splitting you guys up, just so I know what to do when I'm coming back.
Makes
And
sense.
then, Varian, what are you looking for?
Guess he's just gonna be researching stuff for his sword.
Alright. Oh, as far as the item?
Yeah, the Sword of Bloodthirst.
Oh, you want to try to figure out more about what it is.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea. Alright. Alright, so with that, we'll take a bio for a minute. I got to set up the next map, and actually we might do a lot of stuff just here on the ship, but I'm going to set up the next map just in case, and then we should be right back.
Sounds good. All right, and we are back. EM, take it away, please.
All right. So you guys kind of gave me like a brief synopsis on what you guys were kind of wanting to do as far as researching and things like that over the next 7 days or so as you are traveling from Briarwood to Caravan, aka Ryberry Settlement. Guys, I didn't have to pull up any sheets that time. It came to me.
Woohoo!
As you guys are traveling to do that, so the first thing I'm going to have you guys do, you probably wouldn't be doing too much researching on your very first day. Maybe you will. I'm not sure. But I will have you guys do a random roll for your night of travel on the boat. If you are going to be doing a little bit of researching, it won't account for much unless you want to start taking exhaustion points.
Nope. I would be maybe starting to assemble my rifle, but no, nothing particularly interesting.
Just roll me a d20. This isn't really so far as researching, but just kind of get a like a 12. Looking at what you've got, you're not 100% sure if you have everything that you need to assemble something. However, you do know there's a armory on board and stuff. You might be able to go look at some stuff there tomorrow, possibly when they open up. But as far as like what you've got now, you've got like a general range of things that you start kind of like laying where they need to be as far as to look like a weapon. But as far as attaching and stuff like that, you don't really have too much time as to do that tonight, or even the
No, it was more getting
tools.
organized.
But yeah, your organization's okay. You do notice there's little pieces here and there. Maybe you need to find some little screws, brackets, things like that. But yeah, as far as what you need, yeah, it looks good. I'm gonna double check the music. I think it just went out. Oh no, it's still good. Okay. And then Varian, you're working on your sword. I'll say roll me a Arcana check.
Arcana. Okay. Oh man.
Not so good on the first day. I mean, it looks like a sword, man. You run your hand up and down it. There's still like some leftover blood residue, from the fights past. You really haven't had like a good night to clean it. But it still has that vibrating feeling, even though it's not vibrating at all. And I mean, it looks clean, even though it's not. But man, it just looks like a sword to you right now.
It's definitely a sword. That's for sure.
And then Calvin. What do you want to be doing before the next day?
Well,
where we can really get into researching and stuff.
I'd probably be unloading everything that I have, like finding the casings and maybe writing down ideas.
Hey guys.
Yes, and helping him out.
After an extended way more than 30 minutes, as you guys have been exploring the ship and just realized, oh man, he's still there. Lincoln, I forgot he was there too. Where is he? Lincoln pops out, looking not dusty or dirty or anything like that, but just very wrinkled in his clothes. He's been tucked in there for almost 2-3 hours now.
Lincoln, guess what? We're out to sea.
He rushes over to the window and kind of looks out. So we made it past him, huh?
Looks
Looks
like
like the dirty clothes worked then.
yes.
He looks at you. Where are we headed to? Ryberry, caravan?
Good question. I'm unsure.
You would
I
know
haven't-
this, yes.
Yes.
Out of character, you know this, yeah.
Yes.
Or in character, you know he's already told you.
But did we choose Ryberry or did we choose Caravan?
Well, you know you're going that general direction.
Oh,
Basically.
I thought you were
So the answer is
asking
yes.
me. The answer is yes,
No,
but
no.
I
Just
thought you were
specific.
I thought you were asking me specifically which one are we going to, Ryberry or Caravan?
No, sorry. I said Ryberry first, but I completely forgot he's wanting to go to Caravan. So he
Yes.
would have just said, so we already had making our way towards Caravan then?
Yes, absolutely. That's where we're headed as we speak.
Has he given you any of the 500 yet? Or the 1,000, sorry?
He gave us some money up front.
Okay. How much did he give up front? Do y'all know?
500. And then I split
All
with
right.
the guys.
He's going to give you the other 500. Varian, he's also going to give you 100 yourself. Because he told you he would take care of you if you didn't say anything.
Look at that real quick.
He's going to kind of look around. I don't
I'm
mean
busy.
to be rude or anything, but I would like to get a little food in my stomach and possibly a place to lay down, if agreeable.
Do whatever you want.
Perfect. And he just kind of walks out. Oh, and you guys all are still in the same room. I just had you separated for the note.
No,
Maybe,
I'd probably be down in the workshop area.
down in here? Yeah, so you
Preparing
come in
my
here.
equipment and stuff.
There's a couple, there's a dusty bed. There's 2 dusty beds in here. Doesn't look like it has too much going on. At this time,
If it's unused, then I'll probably convert it into a little makeshift workshop. Otherwise, I'd find a empty room.
well, this time Lincoln's also going to come in. There's not really many places to sleep if you don't mind. He kind of looks over. You should get like a desk or something for over there. You know, I don't mind you. Do you mind if I take a bed here? And you could just do your work, and we can get like a desk or something for you. I won't bother you, I promise. I just need a place to rest my head, and I could offer you. I mean, I'm a bit of a tinkerer myself.
I could appreciate the assistance.
I promise
As long
not
as
to
you're
touch
willing
your.
to let me struggle through it on my own. This is more for my practice than anything else.
Of course. And for whatever, we'll say that we put up a. We'll use this first night to kind of build like a wall. Here, let me move your token. Let's do. Let's get rid of the bed. What do you want in there? Like a desk or like a box, like a wooden box?
Yeah, I just need like a place where
Looking
I
for?
can keep stuff. A box to sit on and a desk to work at would be ideal.
All right. Oh, I need to refresh my thing, don't I? Hold up, let me refresh. I got boxes. I got barrels. I got candles. I got decor. All right.
Sounds overkill to ask for all of the above.
No way. All right, we'll get you a desk here. Where did it go?
No one knows.
I have like a token just stuck on the screen that won't. Like an
Make sure
SRD
you're on the
file.
right. Oh,
Yeah, the link just stayed on my screen. All right, let's try this.
Interesting.
Type something. All right, we should be good. Why is it doing this? It did it again. Hold up. Let me just close the browser and open up. Why?
Yep. Don't worry about it.
Like, I'm not even trying to drag the thing now. It's just sitting there. What the? Okay. There we go. Now it's actually loading. There we go. I'm going to drag y'all back onto this. Just get some random music. There we go. Get you a little desk. I'm gonna put like a wall in there too.
I suppose if you'd prefer, you could take the bed in the other room and leave this spot to my particular brand of noise.
That's actually not a bad idea. Still gonna give
If
you
you
your
can
box.
put up with Calvin, of course. Oh, I need the box anyway.
All right. Yeah, Lincoln will like take the hint. I'll move out there for now. Once this other thing loads, I'll get it set up for you. But yeah. All right. So the first night will probably come to a pass as you guys are all kind of getting settled in, getting used to the. Actually, everyone, give me a Constitution saving throw too. I want to see how your seasickness goes. Unless you have what's the background? Sailor background?
Absolutely not. A
Nope.
soldier. I might have stepped foot on a boat once.
Not too much actually. You were more of a footy.
Excellent.
Oh, nice. Yeah, not too much, but you did do a lot of fishing and stuff. You were out on like little lakes, but yeah, you're still
Took the
good.
odd job, but
While Calvin is completely walking more normal while he's on the ship than when he walks on dry.
Oh, do you have sailor background?
I do.
Oh, things people don't know. Lincoln's kind
I
of.
think
I
he
did
mentioned
say I
he
was-
was part of the
I-
Navy a few times.
Oh
I
yeah.
was, yes.
See, guys, backgrounds matter sometimes.
Not often, but this
Um,
time.
I will let it up to you guys. It's going to be 7 days of travel, so there will be 7 random rolls. As far as travel goes, I will let you all decide how you want to do it, or who rolls the first one.
Fine.
Why don't
Go,
we just
Is it a
here.
1d20 or what is it?
Calvin, you do the first one? Yeah, D20.
Do it.
Come on, buddy.
17.
17. All right. 17. Were any of you like going to be out while the stars are out for the first night or no?
I might be out for
Calvin-
a little bit just to kind of look at them, but
Alright.
As
no.
well.
Calvin might.
Alright.
Yeah, most likely.
So
guess
for
all
the
3 of
first
us
night,
are.
just for the first portion, you guys all kind of go out there. The moon is in a, is it waxing or wax on? Waxing crescent would be. Waning means it's about to be full, right? Or is that when it's about to be completely? Whatever it is, it's the small crescent.
Waxing is
crescent
getting
moon.
bigger, waning is getting smaller.
Okay, so it'd be the waxing. It's the smaller one that's getting bigger. It's the small crescent up there. millions and millions of stars. Like it almost feels like there's light outside, even though it's just moon. Like it feels like sun. It's that bright. A nice calm seas. That would explain the con saves. No, it's not rough. No rough waters. And looking out, you don't see like any orange glows or anything off in the distance. And looking up at the top, you kind of see the guys up in the the crow's nest with the navigation eye pieces looking out and kind of looking to each other, and they all seem very well rested and seem to be doing their part. You all make your way downstairs and get a great night's sleep as nothing happens on your first night.
Nice.
Yep. Let me double check the music because it stopped on me.
Yep.
Stopped on you too?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna do this and then I think it's because I had to reset my thingy. And we'll just do world map. Okay. So day 2. Go
We have
ahead,
2
whoever.
musics now.
There's 2.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Which other one?
I only hear the one.
I thought it was
I only
starting
hear
up.
one.
Yeah, I thought it was starting up. I'm sorry. It might have been the harps from. Never mind.
All right. Just let me know if the other if this one stops or whatever. All right. Whoever wants to roll the next day's d20, we'll get that out of the way next, and then we'll handle
Very
Okay, I
all
guess
the
it's
other
gonna
good
be me.
stuff with an 8. All right. As far as researching goes, Calvin, what are you going to be working on first?
I want to figure out how to actually get those spindles to be magnetized for my pistol.
Give me just one sec.
So it'd be a faster reload, but have a decompression system on it so it can actually drop the shells. Or maybe it's a charge inside of the cartridge. When it's fired, like it doesn't hold on to those shells anymore, and so they drop out. I don't know what would be the better course of action, like more actual semi-scientific is would be magnetized or some sort of grip system. I'm guessing magnetized or
So for the most part, Carter is probably spends the early part of the day just kind of wandering around the ship, getting to know folks, taking in the sights, and after that, probably goes to his workshop area. He will leave the door wide open in case anyone ever wants to wander in, have a chat, borrow some parts, some tools, or whatever. But
right.
mostly just working on assembling a rifle. See if he can get back his old techniques. See how it goes.
All right. Give me a.
Tinker Souls.
I think so. Yes. Varian, you're still going to be working on the sword, correct?
Correct.
Knowing that it's an Arcana check, are you going to ask for any help throughout, or are you going to continue to try it yourself?
You know what? I'll ask for help. Oh, I guess I'll go around asking if anyone has any expertise on the matter, and just get help from whoever has the best.
I'm not an expert, but I've had some experience with magical items. Or potentially non-magical magical items.
Good enough for
'Cause
me.
We've established that this isn't actually a magical item, right?
Right.
Yeah. If it was, I could simply cast Identify on it, but it's not going to be that simple. Do you want me to give an Arcana check, or do you want me to give you advantage?
I guess you can do the
You want to
Arcana
take
check.
Okay.
1 sec, y'all.
Yep. Should we wait until you give us the go ahead on the roll, or should I?
So
Yeah.
hey Drake, remember where I told you my dad's from?
Yep.
Newfoundland.
Yep.
Let's just say they've had some rum.
Oh jeez.
Oh dear.
They've been drinking Fireball, so that's what I'm dealing with in the background right now.
And he's
Give an
reverting,
Arcana
isn't he?
check.
I'm trying so hard to be limited on the mic.
His dad's reverting back to Newfie. Love it. Oh, and
Sorry.
your music's gone by.
It stopped. No, I'm not apologizing to you. Oh my god. Really? So, how old are y'all's parents?
40-ish.
I feel bad when y'all's hit the 60s.
Mine's 65.
Oh, so they've hit retirement.
Oh, she's been retired for 4
Oh
years.
god.
Just gonna roll an Arcana check.
No, for Varian, do
Oh.
I have
well,
2
with that-
songs going.
Is there 2 going?
No, maybe?
No.
I don't know. They keep
No,
on
it's just the one.
If you're gonna be helping with the Arcana check, let me whisper you something. I don't know.
I did roll without asking, so you're welcome to discard it.
I just PM'd you. And then Drake. Sorry, Calvin.
Let me know when I've got it set to chat with Varian about my discovery.
Let me tell you. You get the feeling of that because you feel like you've heard about this in like a fable or something before.
I see.
You can't tell 100%, but yeah.
No, Varian. Good news, bad news. Good news is it's not magical. I don't know if that's actually good or not, but there you go. Certainly seems like it's more like cursed.
Even better.
Let me see with that what I can pull up. I'm trying to find the. Wait, there is 2
do
going.
with
I hear
that what
2.
you will.
Oh yeah, there is
Yes,
2.
there
There's like
are
a
2.
battle music, and then there's the
What the-
background music.
Instrumental. It's beautiful.
There
really.
we go.
They were
Yep.
really complimentary at the beginning.
Yeah,
Dude, it was.
And then they kept fighting. I'm like, no, these are 2 different songs. You had me listening to them for like a full month.
Yeah.
We were literally figuring out music for like a full month.
You already know about the critical thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
So that would.
One of the versions is a critical. Yes.
I'll just say based off of that and you seeing that happen, and knowing that when you've identified it, it didn't do anything. That's where you would get the idea more so that it's cursed than a magical item.
So do with that what you will. Recommend you be careful with it. I'm not saying stop using it. It's clearly very powerful, but just keep that in the back of your mind. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Otherwise, I'm going to look over at the desk of like gun parts. I should get back to whatever this is.
I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Don't mention it.
Tinkers with an 18. And then give me 1 sec. And then Drake, or Calvin, what are you looking exactly?
What am I looking at? I am like scribbling down on a piece of paper my ideas of how.
Right, the magnet thing.
Yeah, but
Quick
since
reload.
I'm not an artificer, I don't really know how this would work, but I'm trying to piece an idea together with my semi-simpleton brain.
Again, my door is always open if you look for advice, but it's your weapon, so I'll always give you the final
Like
call.
I have 11 intelligence, so I think I would have a little bit of a basic understanding since firearms are my thing. But
Yeah.
I don't know how I'd build it, but I try and work out the ideas of how to build it. And for me, like either the shells are being attracted to the chamber,
I have a couple ideas actually.
or would there be a device inside of the ammo that when it gets spent, it loses its charge, so it's no longer energized to the chamber,
So
and
since
then
Carter's the artificer
uh
and the tinkerer, and you have no tinker,
No, he's got proficiency in Tinker's tools.
I
he
have Tinker's
does.
tools.
Yep.
But the thing is,
I don't know
I
if he has
Carter's
talked to
thing.
proficiency
Carter.
though.
I, I'm sorry.
Do you have proficiency in them? I don't know.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'd be more questioning of how
Oh,
to
I
do it,
see.
and then I'd go with him with my
I'm seeing what you're
hypothesis
saying.
and figure out what would be the best course of action to have the best way. So I'm like jotting down ideas, and then I'd go and actually talk to the artificer and work on it with him.
Give me a. Trying to think here, because you've got.
Because essentially, I could use the same thought process and turn cannons into like like a reloading howitzer in a way, right? Like a self-loading howitzer. If you really want to put it down
Yeah,
that.
eventually, like down the road, yeah.
Yeah.
So right
So
now you're trying to make it to where you're the oh my gosh, the chamber, not chamber, the why
they're
can't I not think of
spindles.
words today?
Well, they are
Yeah,
chambers
the
and
chamber.
spindles.
Yeah.
The spindles.
You're trying to make it to where the chambers are magnetized to where you just have to like basically hover it over it and it'll just suck it onto it.
Yeah, and when
And then you
they're
with a
empty,
lighter pull they come off.
or when they're empty, they fall out, and then all I have to do is pull in, and then just I
All
don't
right,
know.
we're going to work on the first part of that first, the actual magnetizing. So give me a I don't think this is a tinkering tool thing. I think this is more of like an intelligence check or maybe wisdom. Um as to coming up with an idea of how to magnetize or a contraption that'll help you do what you're trying to do for day 1 of this.
Would it be a saving throw, or would it be
No,
a?
just a check. You can do what do we got here?
Investigation.
I don't know if that would really
Yeah.
it's more so just an intelligence check at this point, just a straight intelligence check.
Nope. I'm definitely gonna go to. I'm obviously having my brains rattled. I can't figure out, so I'm gonna go downstairs and bother uh our good friend Carter.
Varian walks out with his sword. Calvin walks in with his gun.
Oh, hey, what's up,
Oh,
Calvin?
hello, Calvin.
Hey guys. And I have a big old scribbled on piece of paper, and of all the stuff that I want to do. So I have ideas, but I don't know how to make them work.
Oh,
Music's gone, by the way.
something I should be able to help with.
Is it
Always good
actually
to have,
gone or did it just pause?
I think it was
It
paused.
paused.
Maybe. Now it's playing 2 songs.
Gosh dang it. 1 now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think it was just changing songs every time you've said that. Okay. So with a 2, you have an idea of what you're trying to do, but you have no idea of how to accomplish it or how you would go about like magnetizing it. Um, you're free to like talk to people today and try to get more ideas and things like that. Uh, and then Carter,
I think he was coming down to me. I'm not sure.
he's coming to, yeah, but I mean, we're still gonna let it roll to the next day. Like we're trying to kind of like do, because it's 7 days worth of stuff. So with the 18, that's not going to be enough to assemble too much.
Yeah, no, again, like I'm getting distracted by things, looking at stars and stuff. Like I'm not in a rush.
If Calvin were to come to you through the day, let's see. Give me an intelligence check yourself, Carter. 17. So with a 17, like the most basic information you can give him is, if you find another magnet and like rub it against metal, you can magnetize. It takes a while to do. So that's like the very basic that you would think of as with what he's giving you at the moment.
So that would allow the bullets to stay in the chamber without requiring this additional.
So what he's trying to do is to where he'll have this extra chamber on his pot, like on his hip, already with the ammo in it, and then basically when he hovers it over the pistol, like it clicks in, right? Like it just magnetically attaches. Calvin,
Yep.
or are you just talking about something to keep the bullets in? Because I think bullets stay in by themselves, anyways. I want to say chambers
But,
are already magnets
They're not, because
as far as like keeping bullets in. Or no,
thought-
yeah, because you got to push that little thing in the middle to push the shell casings out. Like they will lock in there until you push the center spool to push them out. But
So the question is, are you replacing the whole piece or just the bullets every time you reload?
maybe two different things, like having multiple of these set up, but having my
see, that's what I thought you were saying was you were buying extras of the chambers so that when one expires, you basically just click the whole thing out and then you're just
Yes.
slapping a whole new one in
yeah
with
that
4
could
new
al-
rounds.
yeah
That would
and
be
that,
quicker than bullet. And you want to magnetize or in some way clip it in, right?
that too, but at the same time have it uh hover over ammo. Like let's say I throw it back into a dump pouch and bullets are
Oh, so it
already
auto
full.
reloads.
Yeah,
Oh.
so all I'd have to do is reload, but I already have the chamber already preset and just swap out real quick.
So with that, Carter, and with your intelligence check, the same one, there's nothing you can really think of for that outside of magic.
Well, I can think of one thing out of character. I don't know if I can do it in character.
No, please.
But the idea is if you magnetize the tips of the bullets, then the tip will be attracted to the magnet on the other end of the chamber. So that would hopefully pull them in. And then
Yeah, but
to eject them.
that might
Sorry.
still attract them to the other side of the chamber and pull them in the wrong direction as well, or just
That's
the
true.
tips are
So
stuck to the other side.
that's true. So you would have to like pull it out and adjust them slightly, but it would still be faster than having to fill every chamber individually. So you maybe would have to use some magic to make it work perfectly. But if you wanted a general mechanical solution, then that's probably your best bet.
For day 1 though, as far as like magnetizing to where the chambers will automatically click back to the gun, we can work on that with your tinker's tools for day 1 if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd be happy to give Calvin a hand with that if you'd like, or
Unless it goes full magic and then acts like it's being drawn right to it. I don't know. That's a thing later on, but yeah, the magnetizing would be probably the first edition of it.
This is basically me trying to get it to where you can reload on a bonus action instead of having to spend an action.
Okay.
So I'm trying to like make baby steps here,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely. I want all this stuff. Like, is the music still going, by the way? Because I'm not
No,
hearing
it
it.
might be switching. It is not currently playing.
Okay. I just started one. All right. So I think what happened was there was a playlist of 3, and it kept going to the next song. And anyways,
Songs.
so there's 2 now.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this is so awful. It's showing nothing on the playlist for me, but it's still playing on repeat for y'all. Anyways, so you can give me a well, hold up. There's not just magnets lying around. If you want to give me an investigation check really quick.
Were there any magnets in all the random bits I picked up?
No, just gun parts
Oh, well.
basically. 20? Yeah. With a 20, you walk around, you find a magnet in the kitchen somewhere actually. Something to do with one of the pans, like it's some kind of like a basically they're trying to invent like a pressure cooker, and it's a magnetized like what are those, cast iron, like a cast iron pot basically that they're working with. But there's some stuff back there, and you find some magnets and things back then that you can work with in the kitchen of all places. And then you can do your tinker's tools, and if Carter's going to be helping you with it, you can advantage roll.
Yep, we'll give him a hand.
So was I rolling or was Carter rolling?
You're rolling
On Tinker's Tools?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that, under intelligence or was it under dexterity?
This would be under dex.
Yeah.
This is you actually physically working on it. 19. I will say you bought 3 or 4? 3, right?
I bought 3 extra, yeah.
All right, I'll say on the first day you're able to get 2 of the 4 that you own to kind of do what you're working with or working towards. And this is just with a basic magnet and sitting there basically all day rubbing this thing, looking ridiculous out there. You got a lot of jokes as people were walking by, and you're just slowly trying to magnetize your cylinder. Lots of jokes from Carter. Varian, is there anything else you wanted to do before we move to the next day?
I think I'm
Because-
good.
All right. So with the 8, give me another. You're gonna be fine. Y'all are both fine too. The seas are a little bit more choppy, not crazy rough. Little cloud cover in the night, not as clear as it was the night before, but same thing. No other ships or anything like that. We will start on day 3. Varian, are you going to be working on anything or no?
I guess I'll try to research on what I can do with the ore
Oh, the
for the
ball?
sword.
All right, well, I'm pulling that up. You two are both free to make your same Tinker Tools rolls if you're working on the same thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
(17 and 19). Calvin, you managed to finish off the other 2, so they all basically, for now, you can change your reloading to a bonus action as far as switching between them, so every 4. But when it comes to doing all 20, like reloading all the cylinders, that would be something you have to spend an action doing.
Okay.
If that makes sense. But as far as like swapping between the 4 pieces, it'll be bonus action from here on.
4 bonus action reloads. That's really good.
And then
3.
Carter, with that, you've got like the with this, you rolled the 17. Yeah, you rolled the 17. With that, you're noticing that there's screws and things like that, a lot of missing parts. You're just not going to be able to like fully get this thing together. So today would be maybe the day that you want to go looking for some other materials if possible. But
Yeah.
you're starting to get to the point. There's also like half of a scope in there, not a full scope. So you're missing like a piece of glass. There's some intricate parts in there, such as springs and stuff like that, that's missing. So this thing looks like it was broken at one point. You're
Broken.
also
How'd you get broken?
the scope itself, like it was a random part that we got thrown into the bag.
I see.
Also, one sec.
I assume it's not the kind of broken I can just mend back together.
Actually, yeah, possibly.
Okay,
Well, no,
then I will go
you
about
still have to
doing
have the parts for the mending to do that,
Yeah.
right? So then no.
well, technically, I think it only mends like cracks and tears and things, so I don't think it would actually let me put pieces back together. Like, unless they were already. I don't know. I guess I will attempt to use mending when I have the pieces.
I need like a 3-minute bio. One sec, y'all. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay. We could probably RP while I'm doing that. All right. So
Yeah.
I think I figured out how to get the reload happening. Now,
Which one? The shells into the cylinder or the cylinder into the gun?
well, to get it into the cylinder, and I drop, I take out my gun, which doesn't have a cylinder on it, and then it just pulls on. Now, trying to get the shells to be loaded is another thing.
Indeed. Outside of some sort of magical force, you'd have a lot of difficulty getting each of the shells in accurately. Otherwise, you would have to spend some time adjusting each of them.
But the thing is, having random ammunition inside, if I can actually figure out how to make the Aerarium, what's it called, the crystals do special, shoot out the crystals, we could have some really fun effects, and you never know what you're shooting.
That sounds incredibly risky.
What's the point of not having a little bit of possible effects?
You know, it would probably be easier if, rather than just having a bag full of random bullets, you instead had them neatly organized and prepared for reloading.
I love the way you think. However, you gotta remember that's not me. Speaking of which, I would
And look
actually do
over
a
at my
one.
workstation, which has my tools and parts neatly organized.
I would actually be rolling a 1d4 to see what kind of random damage I would be doing, like out of character.
Right, as long as you don't start accidentally healing the monsters,
No,
I suppose it would probably be fine.
I would not have any sort of healing properties in any of these. Potions, my
You
friend.
sure
Potions.
you don't want that 1 in 5 chance of resurrecting the zombie monster?
I mean, a healing one against a zombie, I think that would actually insta-kill him, would it not?
You see? Might as well throw it in there. See what
I
happens.
might have that in a different bag.
Okay, I see. Probably for the best, you know?
Exactly.
Now, firing lightning bullets underwater, that's fine.
Exactly. I mean, if you want to make pouches and have different ones, I guess I could actually just drag my canisters around them and pick up whichever one I need.
That would probably make more sense. Just so you don't risk, again, firing off a flame bullet in a sawmill.
I mean, wouldn't you?
I personally wouldn't. I may be incorrect in my assumption that something may explode, but I don't really feel like it's worth the risk.
You know, maybe. I don't know. Like, I'd have to trail my hand across different ammos and instead of just throwing it into a thing and praying that you pick out the right ammo. I don't know.
See, I don't pray often. I'd rather be certain of what's going to happen before it occurs.
I don't know. Varian, what's your take on this?
More dangerous it is, the better.
Barrett, sir, really? You're encouraging this? Wait, you're using a cursed sword. Never mind, I take it all back.
You see, things aren't so bad. I got a blade on my pistol. Still curious about that. Shoots off 2 rounds per shot for some reason. Interesting enough.
Oh, that reminds me, I do still have this, and I'll pull out the piece of parchment. I should see if I could decipher it somehow. Maybe it's got some sort of hidden ink to it, or maybe it's just a blank piece of paper with initials on it, and I'm going to be spending a week on it.
Sounds like a fun
Until
week
you
for
try.
you.
Precisely.
For us, I don't know. Maybe I'll play around with some ideas. Because if we get this working, what if we retrofit all the cannons to be like my pistol?
You'd still have the issue of loading the powder.
All right, I might be back for a second.
What if we change from the regular cannonball and make it more like a bullet?
That's awfully expensive to manufacture. Possible, but
But is it probable? Then it would make it easier for reloading, then possibly a faster shot.
not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it would be expensive.
Money will come. Money will come. It's the way of the future, my friend. Speaking of which, we also have a idea. Well, I have one.
Oh,
It may require 2 bags of holding.
what on earth do you know about bags of holding?
I know they cause a great trouble. You know, I've seen them in work, and I've seen the devastation that they could possibly cause. Or I've heard about it, anyways.
He's heard the he's heard the tale.
I've heard the tale. I've heard about it. What
He's
if
told
we?
he's heard an old war story of 2 bags of holding entering each other as a weapon. Was it an arrow or a bullet? I think it was an arrow.
It was an arrow. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what if we made the same
out of
thing with a
curiosity, Calvin,
bullet? Yes.
is your intent to cause war crimes, or
I just like to make sure that things are fully dispatched. If we're in trouble, wouldn't you rather have that on your side? I would.
not particularly? No.
What if
No
a
one is
god?
really certain of the effects.
What if a
this
god
could
comes
cause.
down and comes at you? Obviously, you would want something on your side, right? You think a
Well, then
mere
it's
bullet would
just
do
as
something?
likely the creation of a pocket dimension black hole would result in the god's power being amplified. The point is, the destabilization of energy in this case could be catastrophic in so many ways. Simply because there is a story of how it worked a couple of times does not mean that is a consistent tale. It's hard to study
Regardless.
something that instantly annihilates everything around it.
But if we shoot it and it makes enough distance, will we be safe?
That's a good question. There's a chance that a tear in reality rips us in half from across the planet.
I like those options.
What's
Like
life without a
it?
little war
We'll put it on
crime?
the back burner.
Lincoln, ideas.
All right, I'll put it on the to-do list. Right at the bottom.
Make sure it's a little bit higher than the bottom.
All right, I know I missed a lot.
No, we just very much filled in.
Good. So you did your Tinker's Tools. I told him that part. You did your Tinker's Tools. You got that done. Varian just got a DM.
Do I know what I could possibly do with this variety?
Without having more, you'd have to like test on that specific piece. But you're more than welcome to like you can talk to Seiman and see if you can get some of the other stuff and kind of work with that or see if he knows where that comes from.
Okay.
I don't know who else would know where it was from. You might get a better idea for sure when you get to the town. I'm not 100% sure on the boat though. And then Calvin did that. Was the 14 for the day?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Carter's doing that. All right, so Carter, you wanted to go and check for other parts.
Yes.
And Calvin, what about you?
Um,
I'll say your research ended like it's probably like lunchtime. You have a little bit of your day left on the third day.
I think I might actually try and figure out how my research could impact cannons.
All right, so you're gonna move up there and do with that. You're kind of going in the same place Carter's gonna be with the armor. And then Varian, where would you like to go? Are you gonna chill there, or are you gonna try to find out Seiman, or go with them, kind of?
I guess I'll go speak to Seiman about the all the different types of aerarium and stuff.
All right. Well, Lincoln might know something on that too. But yeah.
Guess I'll gather them up, have a little meeting, see what I can figure out.
All right. We'll do Calvin and Carter first. You guys kind of it's under the ship. I don't mean to drag you guys, but under that area, there's an armor down there. Imagine like a jail cell door. It's got like the mesh little eye hole that you can look through. He's on the one side, you guys on the outside, and he's also in like a cage. It's just the door that's solid and that little eye hole. However, he's in like a cage. You can see him as you're walking through. It's just the door is solid. Lots of big round balls. You assume cannonballs. Certain array of just simple short swords and things like that. Daggers, crossbows. You also see like some kegs of black powder, pistols and things like that. Random parts. But gruff little old man. Imagine like Danny DeVito, but old, short little fella. You all the new people on the boat. What is it I can help you with?
I'm looking for a few simple pieces that I suppose I neglected to pick up before we left. I'm going to pull out like a list of the things that I know I need to pick up, along with a few extras, maybe a couple of extra springs, a lens for a scope, if they have them available.
Yeah, he pulls out like one of those fantasy eyeglasses where it's got like the multiple ones for like zooming in, As he pulls his out, he's kind of looking over your list. I have a lot of these parts here. Yes. Kind of looks over. Not so stocked up on scope parts and glass and things like that, as it's not really doesn't really hold well on boats that are rocking. So we don't really transport too much glass. It's something you might have to look for elsewhere. But as far as like triggers and screws, springs, and I think the most of the rest of these parts I should have. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he starts getting a little goodie bag box together for you as he's looking towards Calvin there. And then what about you? What about this one?
I don't know. I'm just following him.
Following him. All right. Hands over the bag to Carter. No charge. Um,
I appreciate it.
yeah, of course. And then Calvin, you're just wanting to like look at the cannons, or what were you wanting to do with them?
I'm trying to mainly think about how I could actually retrofit this into turning it into kind of a gun with chambers and because I'm looking at it like it was an old musket and how would I change that into something?
Give me just intelligence check.
Big grip on this one.
And while you're doing that, Varian, God, what is your intelligence lately, man?
I'm
Um,
lucky.
He's distracted. Give him a break.
yeah, you've been running through and trying to do this, the magnetizing, and you've been really doing a lot of work on that. Um, Looking at another project so soon after you're like not finished with your pistols yet, it's like really trying to rack your brain to think of something that you can possibly do to innovate the cannon. But you take a few sketches and things like that, and put them inside a little notebook so you have something to kind of like look at and give yourself something to study over at night and stuff like that. And then Varian, you meet with Lincoln and Simon and the rest of them. You have questions on the Aerarium, you say? I don't know what all are you going to give them out of that. I'll let you start it off as you're kind of walking out.
Um, I guess he's just gonna ask more about like what are the different types and like what are the rarest types and stuff like that.
All right. They kind of look over. Well, I mean, we dabble in the blue and the red. Um, I don't have my map out here, but I think blue is from the south, and I think red's from like Olympia, or maybe blue's Olympia, red's the Briarstone. But anyways, um, he starts telling you a little bit more about there. As far as like in Olympia, the main person that was doing all the research on it was well, the person you all were hired to chase down in the first place. He was doing most of the research for weapons and uh, protective gear, trying to make like a new form of soldier, I guess you could call it, a new militant and new outfitting. But the limited amount of things that we actually saw, I mean, it appeared that the red one had like some. I'm not going to say fire qualities, but as far as what we saw, he made like some kind of flame throwing device, and there was some kind of like a heat shield he made with it, and I don't know. We got the feeling it kind of had like hot qualities, heat qualities, fire qualities. If you had to put an element on it. Um, but for the blue one, you would have thought water right off. But I don't know. He crafted devices that boosted healing, and there are even times when he would we'd go into combat just feeling a little bit stronger, like we could take a little bit more of a hit, you know. But it wasn't really water qualities, I guess, so it didn't really have an element. Um, it's more so, I guess, the more research you do on it, the more you figure it out, I guess. I haven't really done too much on it myself. Uh, as far as rarities go, like I said, blue and red's pretty common around our parts. Where we're headed, green's fairly common. There's a little dabble trade in black down there, not so much um, a hot commodity. It's a little bit more expensive. Um, there's, I've seen yellow, and there was like there was a clear one, but I'm sure there's others out there that probably more rare.
Now the question is, if you crush one up and add a bit of the other one, what would happen?
Guess it's all up to the researcher, I guess. I, all right, so let me think. Okay, so like the ones that did the fire, that was throwing the fire, it was more like a I don't know. He'd researched it down to like a liquid form almost. But then with the one with the shields and stuff like that, it was more like he inlaid the actual cut gems into it. So I get the feeling that it might be situational into how you're researching it, possibly. But
I see.
as far as mixing, I haven't seen it done. But I mean,
Like if we crush the crystal down into like a fine powder, mix it in with another fine powder, would it do something?
with this, Bella stands up. Calvin, if you've thought of it, I promise you Theodore thought of it too, and I'm not saying it's not possible, it's just we haven't seen any likes of it, and I mean, maybe you're stumbling onto why he's even missing in the first place.
Do we have any of his notes we could perchance look at?
I'll just kind of look around. Nah, nothing here.
As if sensing something, Carter pulls out the old blueprint, holds it up to the light. No.
Oh yeah, they all are outside at that table, by the way. I haven't pulled tokens, but
Okay.
we're all at this table downstairs. Yes. You probably would have heard them. Well, I don't know. Give me a perception check. Just a straight roll.
Sure.
This might have to be wait until the next day.
Yeah. A little distracted by my rifle at the moment, but we'll
12
see.
is good enough. 12 is good enough. You hear them talking about not so much talking about any documents or anything like that, but you hear the name Theodore. You hear them discussing tinkering and researching and stuff like that. So that stuff over the process of the past like 30 minutes or so, you probably would have caught bits and bobs there that would grab your attention enough to come out.
Pull out my the blank piece of paper, hold it up to the light, see if I see anything through it. Otherwise, I'll kind of wander through. Don't know if it'll be of any use, but I do have this. It's got Theodore's initials on the bottom, but I've yet to discover if there's actually anything on it. And I'll kind of unfurl it on the table. It is completely blank except for the initials.
Holding it up to the light does not show you anything. Let me do something really fast. Oh man, where are my character sheets? I moved all of them onto the ship. There it is.
I suppose if it's of enough interest, I could certainly dedicate some time into seeing if there is an invisible ink being used here, so to speak.
Wow. Seiman rolled a 2. Bella rolled a 7.
Lincoln clutch up.
Bella and Seiman kind of look at it. It's for sure Theodore's initials, but we can't 100% say that it's his handwriting just based off of initials alone. Let me double check one more thing.
Should I do a check as well, or
You can give me just a intelligence check if you'd like, but I mean, you don't really know him. Actually, you can do, yeah, just an intelligence check, yeah.
I'm fairly confident this is Theodore because we did find it with the firearm that
parts,
Calvin's
yeah.
using. So it would make sense that it may very well be related to that.
Are you saying this out loud or just to me?
No, I was just saying that out of character.
Okay. So as far as like, well, yeah, he would know TR. Trying to think here. Did one of y'all find anything in his desk at the house?
I looked through it, but I didn't find anything particularly interesting, if I recall.
Only the potion.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I did go through his blueprints and stuff there, but they were all pretty basic.
Give me a sec.
Is there
I want
like
to look and see.
any discernible way we can tell that something was written on there? Like any slight indents that might imply that something was written on it?
That's the kind of thing where I would certainly offer to spend a few hours with it to try and figure it out. See if there's any magical properties to it, see if it's magically disappearing, or if it's some physical difference.
You don't get that it's magical.
Mm.
Trying to
Down
think
to
here.
differences in acids and things then.
I mean, it's not magical. Couldn't.
I'll say
Uh,
this: you get an idea. Looking at this. Gosh, you only gave me a 10. What was your intelligence check just on the paper, by the way? I'll let you roll another one since you've had it in your possession at advantage.
Okay.
And you haven't really looked at it in a while.
Just flat intelligence.
Mhm.
17.
Let's go.
17. You don't get the feeling that it's magic. You've been holding the paper for a while. Do you have identify?
Yes.
All right, so you'd have had time to have done that if you had wanted to. You don't get anything like that other
I
than it's a
haven't done
piece of
that
paper.
yet.
But
Yeah.
you could have in the past couple days
Yeah.
if you would have liked to. You get nothing like that when you identify it. It's just a piece of paper. You get the feeling that if there is something written on this, and with that intelligence, you get the feeling there's something written on this. You're going to need a specific object to see it.
So like a lens or something.
Yeah. You get a feeling that it's something you're gonna have to look through to look at it. It's not your lemon and candle trick. It's not or lemon milk and candle, whatever that is. You get the feeling that there's something particular because looking at the initials T and R, like it's written in like 6 or 7 different colors of ink almost. And just looking at that, you get this feeling that there must be some kind of a lens or something that does something with color, and that's basically what you're going to get. So
I
there's
do not
something
have the
on it.
dancing lights cantrip.
There's something on it, but you get the feeling that you just need a little bit more something. You need something to be able to read it. But yeah. What else were we talking about? I forget. Oh, the weapons. Is the music still going, by the way?
Nope, hasn't
No.
been for a while.
All right, there we go. Sorry. So you guys were asking about weapons, crushing, blah blah blah. Bella just kind of looks. Theodore was a very smart man. If anyone would have come up with an idea of mixing and crushing, he would have done it, I'm sure. But as far as research, we've heard there's many different ways, I guess. It just depends on how you spend time with it and look at it.
All a matter of perspective, so to speak. I say, staring at the piece of paper.
Exactly. So, with that, any more questions for them before we push through? Or is there something you would like to finish your day off with, given any information you've got?
I might. So I had 9 ounces of the blue crystals.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try crushing up one.
All right. If you go to the kitchen, you'll find like I'm sure, a mortar pestle.
Yeah.
If you want to do it that way. If you go back to the weapon guy, I'm sure you'll find like a vice that you can crush it with, or a hammer. So
The mortar
depending
and
on
pestle stuff would work well. So I'm gonna want to take a little bit, and then I'm gonna ignite it.
so you're gonna be playing with fire with the blue.
Yeah.
All right, and then
Because
Carter,
I'm
you
thinking
going?
of what would
Go ahead.
reaction of if it was shot out of my gun, what would happen?
Ah,
what-
okay. And then Carter, what are you planning on doing?
Well, I've gotten very distracted by a piece of paper, so I'm going to be playing around with the different chemicals.
All right.
Start with the simple ones: copper shavings, some iron, and a candle. Find a nice dark room, light them up, change the color of the fire, and see if I can get anything on this piece of paper. I'm not
All right.
lighting the piece of paper on fire.
Give me.
I can give you kind of some of the different materials that I'd be looking for along with the flame color and see if they match up with what you're looking for. If not,
You rolled the. What was your intelligence? A 10 for this? Or no, before that, 12? 17? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So not only are you like. You're kind of doing this into the night so that there's not a lot of. Is there 2 songs happening right now?
Yes, there is.
Why?
I was gonna-
It keeps doing it. It's been off for a while and then it just comes back on. Anyways. Oh my goodness. Hearing about the light and the different colors and seeing the different colors on the thing, you even think to use like a piece of glass to kind of throw some spectrum into it and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna send you something on Discord
Okie doke.
as you're doing that. And Calvin. Roll. Nah, you don't need to roll anything. Actually. Oh, what just happened? Sorry. Yeah. How much are you grinding up? You said.
Not much,
Just
like
a little.
just the tiniest bit, because I want to see what happens, and then I can probably figure out from a massive scale what would happen.
All right. As you're placing the you're doing the crushing, the blue one, and initially it does look like just blue sand basically being crushed up, and eventually it gets to this point where it almost looks like liquid. But as you rub your fingers through, it does take on the qualities of sand again. But as it falls back down, it's just sitting in the bottom. It looks like water moving almost.
So, like, kind of like cornstarch in a way.
Yeah. And you're gonna touch the fire to it. Are you doing it with like a match or candle? Like how you gonna?
Well, I'm guessing a match because that would have gunpowder in it, or
All right. Are you just doing this in the middle of the room here with Lincoln?
probably like right here in the middle of the deck. So if anything happens,
So you're gonna do it outside?
yeah.
All right. Yeah, as you take the match and slowly lower it down to the white sand looking liquidous whatever this is, roll me a dexterity saving throw for 1. And then I gotta get this thing for
16?
Carter. What was it? 16?
Yep.
As the match hits it, it's almost instantaneous. The fire basically freezes. There's this white flash, and you feel like this cold blast almost come from it. As your fingers are like instantly freezing, almost to the point of hypothermia. As you take 1 point of cold damage. And your mortar and did you take the I don't know the mortar out? Or is that the mortar's the crusher, right?
Well, I guess I would have put it on a spoon or something, right? Like I wouldn't
Okay. So then it's
try
just
and
on the
waste.
ship then.
Maybe.
There is about a 10-foot frozen radius diameter, the big one. Like a 10-foot circle of like frozen ice on the deck right where this liquid was where the fire touched it.
Like a teaspoon. That's terrifying.
And that's with fire hitting it. And I'm
Lincoln,
trying
write
to
that
get
one down.
Lincoln pulls
I
out
would
his
do
book.
it, but
Yes.
my fingers are numb.
Starts scribbling right away. Fire and blue, not so good.
Or very good.
It could be very good. Like, what if there was a way to ignite it, like inside of a capsule, to where it like ignited on impact?
Yes.
That could be useful. And I'm trying to get this thing for you, bud.
Don't worry about it.
I have to, because I do have what that sheet has on it.
What I mean is there's no rush.
But yeah, the rest of you probably would have heard this. It would have been very loud. There doesn't look like any substantial like damage on the ship. Like shatter would have destroyed the ship. This more looks like the spell hit it and it's just there. And after like 2 to 3 minutes, it's like fully evaporated too.
Hmm.
What was the roll of 14 for the night? Clouds kind of went away. Oh, is there anything else you guys would like to do before you do crash for this evening? And then I think we'll go through one more day before I kind of put a pause on it for right now.
So you said the one that I have that you're talking about before, the gravity one was the pendant.
That is the pendant, correct?
Okay, so I guess while everyone was like going off in their own directions after the meeting, I would show Carter and Calvin what I figured out about how the purple aurarium is like the gravity type one instead of the red being the heat one and the blue being the ice one.
Could prove useful, especially if
Um,
we're dealing with something that's high in the air. Bring it down quick.
Also, if you were to like kind of touch at it, you would feel it kind of like pulling your hand towards it. This is, I don't know if you've shown them this or not. Where is it? The pendant? Did you show them this or no?
Well, I guess I'm showing it to them right now since I'm like explaining the gravity
All
stuff.
right.
I think this is the first
Um,
we've seen it.
I'm going to show you just the image of it because I don't want to show you what it does because he hasn't used it yet for what it does. But in general,
I mean, well, technically I have used it when summoning the lion.
oh yeah, true. Yeah, I'll just show it to everybody. So that's kind of what you're looking at.
Oh, that's pretty.
It hangs from the hilt of his sword. And like kind of like I said, as you're getting closer to it, it has that pulling feeling. Um, and since he's told you it's the pendant, uh, Carter, you don't really think it's like because of the sword, the issue with that. So you would know that it's from this. But yeah. I will say with the 14, your night goes pretty well too. The clouds seem to have went away that were there from the night before. Nice calm seas. The deck's just been frozen. I'm assuming Calvin and Lincoln will be out there for a while messing with that kind of stuff. Um, then Carter, you kind of get a lot of your stuff together and you switched focus to the thing. I'm getting you that now. Um, Let me get one more day roll for the next day.
Calvin, do you wanna?
Yeah, I believe that's Calvin now.
I didn't I roll first?
Yeah, we're on
Yeah.
day 4 now though.
Yeah.
12.
12. All right. So we'll do our last little roll of what we're gonna do for this, and then we'll probably call it from here because we're just gonna be doing a bunch of this for the. I don't want to just end with like another hour of doing this and people having to watch through this.
Hmm.
Because the next session we'll be starting off kind of getting into the new town, doing things like that. You do still have a couple day rolls left, so something might pop up, and I don't want to get into an incident and have like no time left to get into it. So I just have a feeling that in the last 3 rolls something could happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Possible.
But as far as for the 14, nice calm days again. We will be doing research. Let me write this down in chat so I remember. Day 4 research not conducted. However, Carter, you have basically a gun that it's not even close to functional, but it's like together. It's missing little parts here and there. You've spent your
I've kind of
evening. Yeah, go
taken
ahead.
the little pieces and made bigger pieces that haven't been put together at all.
Exactly. And then like I said, the scope's there, but it's still missing like one piece of glass. It's missing little tidbits inside, but it's there. It's just not together as your focus kind of shifted through the night to this letter. As you caught that weird the coloring and the initials, and you've been kind of working on that. Varian's been doing a little bit of research on his little trinket item on the sword. Calvin, you've been messing with some blue Aurarium out there on the deck. I'm gonna have to send this to you. What are you guys doing for this last and final day before we kind of call it to a close? Calvin, you're free to tell everybody like what the blue does when it touches fire.
Oh yeah.
If any of y'all find interest in that and kind of want to be looking at that too, you're more than welcome.
I'd also
Um,
be curious what would happen if it's just regular sand and not like the viscous amount, and or like when it's a
well, no, it's
chunk.
still crushed sand. It's just it takes on a water-like quality in the sandy form for some reason. Just like
It's
when
just
Varian, as he gets close to touching his, it feels like it's pulling him. It
Well,
also
well,
feels like it's vibrating, even though it's not. There's just weird qualities that this
wait.
Aurarium
What
has.
happens when it's crystallized still?
Okay, more so like large, or I see what you're saying.
A
I see what you're
shard,
saying.
like a shard versus yeah,
Like the difference in rock salt and sand.
exactly.
Gotcha, gotcha. Like, so if you were to make like a shotgun shell with peppering someone with this stuff.
Like a flechette round, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. You're doing that. Oh, here it is. Okay. Sending this to you. Uh, it's in your notes, Carter. Or it's coming. There you go.
Ah, I see. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I've legit had this. Do you see now why it matters?
Ah, yeah, that's
You're free to show everybody else. However, you're only catching glimpse of this as you're using the smoke and stuff. Like you can't keep it on the page. This
yeah.
is all
Well,
done with
I
using
would
the.
like slowly take the time to like
Okay, I see what you're saying.
transcribe
Yep.
line for line onto another sheet of paper.
All right, so this would be your transcription. I can post this into general if you'd like, so they can all see
Yes.
it.
Yeah. No. Definitely share that because that is not my current interest right now.
So this is what the paper holds, guys.
all right. Let's see. Oh,
Enjoy that.
nice.
Oh, great! Another.
I've had this stuff. I hope you guys know that I've had all this stuff ready. Like this isn't just me. Like, there's no way I just wrote this in 5 minutes. Like I've had this. I'm so happy. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here just because it is getting late. It's almost 6 o'clock here for us on the East Coast, Drake.
Yep.
Yep.
So next session, we're gonna finish up these researches as well as getting you guys to Caravan. You have a half-done gun. Calvin's starting on his research. I will also have all y'all's research documents ready to go for next session. Calvin, you're working on blue. I don't think. Varian, were you gonna sort of transition into researching Aurarium with them, or are you going into your thing with the dark stuff?
Um, I guess I would try to like do some communal research and like see what I can do with the purple without damaging it.
Like flaking off? Okay. So we'll do that. I'll have all that ready for you guys next session. And then Carter, you've got the letter, you have the weapon, and you've also got Calvin now showing you some new Aurarium stuff. What would you kind of like to do next session? Be working on?
I realize I just said I wasn't interested in this parchment, but that is probably what is going to distract Carter the most for the rest of this journey.
Isn't it nice?
Oh, I hate it so much, and yet I know that is the only thing I'm going to be able to think about.
And I tried to make it to where you couldn't just figure it out because
No, we'll see.
it's so good. But anyway, I have to actually find the key for this. I have this
Oh,
document, and I have to
I love
remember
a
where my
good
key is.
puzzle.
I think it's on my tablet. But yeah, the 12. You guys, wait, was it 12? Yeah. The 12 again. Not as clear as the night before that, but there are some clouds again. A little rockier seas. Um, you guys are all having a pretty good time. As far as like Bella and Seiman, they seem like they're getting along great. I don't know if you guys have been like feeling, oh, this is fishy. Why are we doing this? But they're not giving off vibes or anything like that, and they seem
No, I've been too
happily,
distracted.
yeah, they seem happily ready to be doing this stuff. And as you guys are getting closer, it doesn't seem like they're backing down or getting cold feet. That'd be something else you'd kind of be noticing. Um, I'm trying to think like any chitter chatter you might have heard on the ship. I don't want to give you guys too much before we go. But yeah, so yeah, next session I'll have this freaking caravan map actually fully imported with all the characters so I can get you guys there. Um, finish up this research and stuff like that. And I want to throw you guys into some combat next time too. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Yes.
But yeah, so it was great having everybody. We appreciate if you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. Goes a long way. And we appreciate you taking the time and hanging out with us on the Seas of Hysteria. Thank you. And
Bye.
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 See ya.